Hello guys, it is Shivam here. Welcome to our brand new video where we are going to develop a juice app from the scratch by using Flutter and Firebase. Now let's get started. So before we move forward, if you have an amazing app idea but you don't have a time or skills to develop an app, don't worry, my team will develop the app for you. So you can search for my startup name, which is an app crafting. At app crafting, we transform ideas into powerful, beautiful mobile experience. Whether you are a startup or a business ready to scale, we design, build, and launch your app fast, professional, and ready for the world. You can just fill out the contact form and get a quote. Just fill out your name, your last name, and your email and your requirements as well, and after submitting this form my team will reach you out to develop your app for both Play Store and App Store. The code, let me show you how our juice app will look like by the end of this series and what all things we are going to cover in this awesome juice app, right? So this is the onboarding page. You can see that we have just added some interesting background with some image making juice. Your juice will be delivered by our delivery app and your juice will be finished in time, right? So this is what that we have just added a text just to engage the user, and this is basically a juice app where the user can simply optimize their juice by adding a different fruits in that juice. So this is how they can simply order some specific juice that they are looking for, right? So this is the onboarding page and it will be up to 2 to 3 seconds, and once it's done the user will land to the sign up page, and you can see that this is the sign up page that we are going to create on this app, and this is a login page. You can see that how beautiful the sign up page will look alike by this background, the colors and all that we have added. So this is how we are also going to teach you how we are going to create this awesome UI by using this background images, the colors and all, right? So we are also going to use a email authentication on this app by using a Firebase. Yes, we are going to use a Firebase as a backend, and we are also going to teach you how you can use an email authentication to successfully allow the user to sign up in the app. So I'm going to just enter my name, which is like Shivam Gupta, and we just need to pass the email. So I need to enter a random email, and then I need to enter the password as well, and then we are going to click to the sign up button and we'll just wait. You can see that it's loading. So we register successfully and land to the home page, and in the home page you can see that we have just added some text which is like find out best juice with this interesting graphics. The background, you can see that we have just added a water graphics as well just to look more engaging, and here you can see that the user can simply order the orange juice and a grape juice. This is not the thing, because this is just not a simple juice app as I've told you, because the user can simply customize their juice by adding the fruits that they want, right? I'm going to show you that how they are going to place an order, but before that you can see that it has been shown like orange juice, enjoy the freshness when starting your morning activities, and it's also show that how much kilocalorie does this juice has, right? The grapes juice, drink this fresh grapes juice makes you forget the tiring activities, right? Now we'll click to this add button and we'll land to this page, and you can see that it has been shown like choose a fruit to mix. So for example, if I want to add like a pineapple to this orange juice, I need to click to the app pineapple. Then for example, if I want to add a banana, I can choose a banana as well, and if I want to add a watermelon we can choose. So this is how you can see that we have just shown in the drop down form, like the user can simply order customized juice that they are looking for. Right now, for example, they want to add some more sugar quantity, they can increase the sugar quantity, and once they increase the sugar quantity, it will just been shown like how much sugar they want to add on this juice. They can decrease or increase as well. Now they can add a note, and this note will be directly shown to the admin just to note that if they are looking for some more options. So I can just write I need a best juice. Okay, now we click to this mix and pay, and you can see that it simply show that a two thing like pay with points or pay with card. So yes, there is also a function that we have added so that the user can simply pay with the help of points that they're going to earn on this app. Now how they're going to earn the points on this app, that is a very interesting thing, because once they place an order for any type of juice, at each order they are going to earn the points. in the points they are going to see in the leaderboard. Yes, there is also a leaderboard on this app. So in the leaderboard they are going to see like how much points they have earned. If they want to redeem that points and want to order a juice just with the points, they will also have an option. So for example, now I'm going to click with pay with card. So I'm going to show you that how we are going to use the payment gateway, which is like a resort pay. I've also told you about a Stripe as well on this course. If you don't have a resort pay in your country, you can see that it shows that a different payment method, like the user can pay through the UPI, through the card, net banking, wallet, pay later. So I'll click to this UPI method and I'm going to just enter the random UPI ID and we'll click to this continue button and we'll just wait, and we are going to just pay through the resort pay, right? Open your Google Pay app and complete the payment. So confirming payment, we'll just wait. Yeah, payment has been successful and we will be redirected in 3 2 1 seconds. Yeah, so you can see that payment is successful and we have successfully placed an order for the juice that we are looking for. We'll just move back and here we'll click to this order page, and in the order page you can see that Shivam Gupta has ordered the orange juice, and these are all the fruits that he want to be added on this orange juice. You can see that how beautifully it has been shown over here. It also shows that how much sugar quantity that he need, which is like sugar up to 3. And you can see that in the order page the user can also see the status whether their juice has been delivered or not. So it has been written right, yet to be delivered. So we are going to change that through the admin panel. So yes, there is also an admin panel on this app where the admin can manage all the orders that they want, right? So I'm going to switch to the admin panel, but before that let's move to the leaderboard page. And in the leaderboard page you can see that the points that the user have earned by ordering this juice is like up to 20, right? Now this is the leaderboard that has been shown. Now in the leaderboard it's going to show a different user's name over here, and the user that earned a lots of points and the points that they have earned, all the things will be simply maintained in the leaderboard. So this is how the leaderboard will be shown, right? So this is just a thing that we have added just to make this app really more interesting for the users. Like if they are in the top of table of the leaderboard, then it's going to show in all the users device, right? Now we'll just move to the admin panel, and in the admin panel I'm going to show that how the admin will going to manage the order, right? So yeah, so this is the admin panel. Now we just need to enter the unique username and the password that we have just provided to the admin to successfully log in inside the admin panel, which is like Peter, and the password that I'm going to enter, which is like 123456. Now we'll click to this login button and you can see that we have just moved to this page, and you can see that there are a lot many orders that the admin has to do, but we are going to just update this order to be delivered to true, or we'll just click to this delivered button just to indicate that this product has been delivered, right? Now let's see that in the user side whether that text yet to be delivered has been changed to delivered or not, right? User side, and we'll just move to the order page, and you can see that yet to delivered has been changed to delivered successfully. That has been simply managed from the admin panel. Okay, so it is working brilliantly. As you can see that the admin can simply manage all the things, and they can simply mark the order once it has been placed delivered successfully, right? So here we'll move back to the profile page, and in the profile page you can see that the user image, the name, the email, the logout button and the delete account button that we have added. So we'll click to this logout button and the user can simply log out and move back to the sign up page, right? So these are all the features that we are going to cover in our Juice app, and it is going to be one of the interesting app that we are going to develop on this channel. If you haven't followed some last series or that I've uploaded on this channel, which is like a pharmacy app, clothing app, and I almost develop, I think so, nearly 30 plus variety of apps on this channel. You can simply follow them and can be added on your resume. Also, if you need a source code of this complete app, I will provide you the link in the description box. You can simply click to that link and can get a source code. That will be small support from your side to this channel, as your support is also very necessary for us to keep going. Now let's move to the code. A new series which will be a Juice app that we are going to develop from the scratch. As you have already seen that what all features we are going to integrate in this awesome Juice app. But one more thing I want to tell you, that if you haven't followed the last 2 series of this awesome Flutter course that is just for the members of this channel. You can be a member by clicking to that join button and can be a member of this channel. That will be a small contribution from your side to this channel. As I've told you that we have already uploaded like a pharmacy app that we have made completely from the scratch. We have also made a clothing app which is also an e-commerce app that we have developed from the scratch. So these are the two series that we have already uploaded on this course, and I've also taught you about many things like what all sources that I used to follow to like develop an app, from where I used to get these fonts, from where I used to get an icons and all. So these are all the doubt you have in your mind when I upload a normal videos in my channel. But on this course, as I've told you that this is the one of the interesting course for just members of this channel, just to be a pro in Flutter. So I'm going to share about a small things as well, that what fonts I used to follow, what really the icons that I usually use in my app. So these are all the things that we are going to cover on this course. Right now in this Juice app, we are going to use like a Firebase as a backend. You have already seen that. So I've told you that we are going to use a Firebase as the backend. So as you know that we are not going to use any paid version of Firebase. The Firebase that we are going to use will be completely free, and you can use that as a backend in this app as well. Yeah. Now the second thing about a state management, like now say that Shivam, what state management we are going to use in this complete project. Now you know that I know that someone who is watching this video might be new in Flutter and they try to code or learn how to code in Flutter. So I don't want to use any complex state management and make the work really hard. So I'm going to use a simple state management which has like inherited widget and class. So I'm not going to use a provider and all, because I know that if I'll start coding a provider, that will be really hard to understand what all code I'm writing over here. So I'm going to use a simple state management so that someone who is new in Flutter can simply catch all the code that I'm writing over here. So this is a small thing. Now once we move ahead, I just need to tell you that the assets that I'm going to use in this complete app is totally free. You can download that. If you want to get a source code, that link is also provided in the description box. You can get a source code. The source code is totally free for all the members of this channel. You can simply find that in the Telegram group, right? Now let's move to the code. So here you can see that in the images folder, I paste some of the image that I'm going to use on this app. This is the fonts that I'm going to use, which is like a Poppins font, right? Now I've told you many times before in the series, but I'm going to give you a smart brief about how we are going to use the image and the fonts on this app, right? Now here we'll move to the perspec.ml file and we'll just scroll down, and in the assets we just need to call our images folder name or any type of folder name where you have stored all the image. I've stored all the image in my images folder, so I need to just call our images folder. I hope it's very clear, right? Now I just need to call a font that I'm going to use. So I'm going to just rename this, not rename this, I need to just copy the exact file name. Now I'm doing this because I will tell you that please copy the file name and then paste it over here, because if any single mismatch, like if you write a small p in Poppins and if you forget to write a capital P over here, then it will simply throw the error. So I will request you that while writing the font's file name, make sure that you do a copy paste work, right? Now I just need to uncommand all the things. Now here I just need to call our family, which is like in Poppins, like a font family, which is like in Poppins, right? I need to just paste the font file name, which is like in Poppins semibold.ttf. Now we need to just run all the things that we have saved in our perspec.ml file. Now we can use all the image that we have in our images folder and the fonts as well, right? Now here I move to the leap folder, and in the leap folder I'm going to create a new folder name, which is like in pages, and inside the pages folder I'm going to create a new file name, which is like an onboarding.dart. Okay, so first I'm going to just create an onboarding a landing page, then we are going to create other pages for this app, right? I'm going to first write material.dart, and then I need to write a stateful widget, which is our page name. We will write onboarding. Yeah. Now you will see that Steven, why we have used a stateful widget, why we haven't used a stateless widget, what really this command does over here. So if you have any this type of questions in your mind, I've already covered many times in this series. I will recommend that each and every lesson is equally important on this awesome Flutter course. So I'll tell you that please follow each and every lessons that we are covering on this series, so that you can get to know about a small things that I'm coding over here, right? Now once we move, and we just need to write a scaffold, and we need to first pass a body. We need to use image.asset and the images folder name, right? And the image that we are going to use, which will be like a background image. So I need to just write an exact file name. So I'm going to copy this. I need to just paste it over here. We need to write .png. we just need to pass the height, which will be like media query. We are also going to think about responsiveness when we are developing this app, because responsiveness plays a bigger role when you are developing an app, because when we try to test the app on the multiple devices and each device has a different screen size, now to just as adjust the complete app according to the different screen size, we need to think about responsiveness and then code according to the code that will help us to make a responsive app, right? So we are going to use a media query rather than passing a fixed height in that image widget, right? So I'm going to use a height media query dot of context dot size dot height. Now this will just tell the image to use the complete height of the screen according to the screen size it has been displayed over here. Okay, now here I just need to pass a width. In the width I just need to pass a width. We'll write a media query. In the media query I need to write of context dot size dot width. So it is a height, this is a width. Then I need to just fit a complete image according to the height and width we have passed. So I just need to pass a fit box fit dot cover. Okay, I need to write box fit dot cover, something like this. Now let me call the onboarding page so that I can show you basically what all things I have written and how really the image look alike, right? So this is the problem we are facing. Okay, so it write images, it's PNG, let me see, it's JPG. Yeah, so that's a small mistake. I just need to write JPG rather than PNG. Yeah, so now you can see that this is the image that we are going to use in our landing page or a onboarding page. Now I just need to remove this debug banner from here so that it will look much better. I just need to write debug show checked mode banner and we need to just pass false. It will remove from here. Okay, it's very clear. Now once we do all these things, now once we have passed the image, now I'm thinking that let's do one thing. Let's move and let's create the home page. So I'll move and we'll just need to write home.dart and I'm going to import the package by using material.dart. And we need to just pass a stateful widget or a page name which will be like in home. Okay, now this is the thing. Now here let me call the home page so that I can show you basically what all code I'm going to write over here. Okay, so we just need to first write a scaffold, a body, container, child and a column. Okay, so these are the important widgets that we usually write in all the pages, right? Now here what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to just pass a headline. You can say headline of this home page is like find out best juice, right? So I'm going to just write a text widget. In the text widget I'm going to just write a find out best juice. Okay, we can use the styling by using a text style. Color, we'll just keep the colors dot black. We'll pass the font size which will be like 20.0 and we'll pass a font family and we need to pass a family name that we have passed, which is like in Poppins, right? So here it is, you can see I need to pass a spacing and all so that we can see all the things clearly. We'll use a size box. Height we'll just pass like up to from the top, which is like 40.0. Still it can't be seen, so I need to pass 70 and we need to just pass from the, we can pass margin. Let's pass edge insert dot only from the left. Let's pass 20.0. Okay, we need to just increase the font size. Let's pass up to 26 is much enough. 25, I guess that's much better, right? Now once we do this, now here you will see that Shivam, when we are writing a text widget, we need to write a lot many things again and again, like this is a text type, the color, the font size, the font family. So it's not going to work if we write too many code again and again. So that's a good question if you have in your mind, because if we write this much thing again and again in our text widget, the code will be very complex for us to understand, right? Now here comes the use of that important state management that I was talking about, right? We are going to use a inherited widget and class, right? Now here by using this awesome state management, we can pass the styling to this respective text widget in just 2 words. Yeah, so I'm going to move to the leaf folder, and in the leaf folder I'm going to create a new folder name which is like an services. And in the services folder I'm going to create a new file name which is like in support widget.dart. Okay, something like this. Now here I'm going to create a class name which is like an app widget class. You can pass any other class name as well. It's not that you need to pass exact this class name. Okay, now I need to write a static. I need to save a text style, so I just need to write text style. I need to pass a font name, so not a font name, a function name. So I need to write headline text style, which is our function name. I just need to pass a double and maintain the size of that image. So I'm going to pass like double size. We just need to return, and in the return I'm going to just copy this respective text style from here. We need to directly cut it from here. We need to paste it something over here. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to do. Let's call this, yeah. So this is how we can just pass a text style. Now I'll show you that by just using an app widget class, we can pass the styling to this respective text widget. We'll just write an app widget class dot, and it simply shows me all the functions that the app widget class has, right? So it's to tell me that you can pass an headline text style. So we'll write headline text style. We'll just pass like 20.0. Okay. Now here we can just pass the size something over here so that we can manage that as well. Okay. So here you can see that it's 25. So we'll just change that to 25 in our home page. We'll just change this to 25. So you can see that we can pass a styling to this text widget in just two words, which is just an app widget, which is our class name and the function name. So that's a state management that we are going to use that will make our work really easy, and it is really easy to understand the code that I'm writing over here, right? Now once we do all these things, now here I just need to show the banner. So for that I just need to write image.asset, images folder name and the image file name, which is like banner.png. Okay. So this is the banner. You can see I need to move all the things to the left side. So I'm going to move to the column widget. We just need to pass a cross axis alignment dot start. Okay, so this is the thing that we can do. Now here what I'm thinking that let's pass up to 10. Okay, or let's pass 0, and we'll just pass the padding individually, so that will be much better. So padding edge insert dot only from the left will just pass like 20.0. Okay, so we just need to maintain the padding of this image as well. So I write padding edge insert dot only from the left will just pass like 10.0, from the right 10.0. Okay, so this is the thing. If you are thinking that to pass the spacing, because we need to pass a spacing, so I need to write a size box height 20.0. I guess that will be much enough to display the image and the text, right? Now once we do all these things, now here I need to use another image. So for that I'm going to use a stack widget, because I'm going to overlap one widget over the another. Now you know that when you need to overlap one widget over the another, you need to use a stack widget, right? So I just need to write stack children. I need to write image.asset, images folder name and the image file name. The image file name that I can simply use, which is like water.png. Okay, so this is the image that we can use. You can see that there is some space from the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pass like height. Okay, rather than passing a height, let's do one thing. Let's wrap up this with an expanded widget and let's see it will work or not, right? So we'll just wrap with an expanded widget. No, it's not working. So let's do one thing. Let's maintain the height. So I just need to write media query dot of context dot size dot height. We just need to pass like divide by 2, which will be 2 less, I guess. Okay, let me not reload this. Okay, so this is the image, but I need to just pass like 1.5 or 1.2, 1.3, 4. Okay, 4.5, I guess that will be much enough. 1.45, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's much enough just to display this image. Yeah, now once we do this, as I've used a stack widget, now here I just need to show some things which is like in container, not a container. I just need to use a row widget children. I just need to write a container. I'm going to show the like top not a top, or you can say a top juice that the user can simply order. And here on this app I'm going to do something like more interesting. Like for example, if the user want to like an order an orange juice. Now for example, if they want to do any customization on that respective juice, like if they want to add some extra fruit on that orange juice, they can do that, right? For example, if they want to add an apple, or if they want to add some more like strawberry and all or anything, they can just add some more fruits on that orange juice and can just make a different type of juice that they want. Because if we make a simple app by using a orange juice or grape juice, that will just look like an e-commerce app, but we need to add some customization so that it will also make the user to order some specific juice or the different type of juice that they can taste, right? So that's how we are going to use on this app, right? So I just need to write a container over here, and I just need to write a decoration, a box decoration. I just need to pass the color, which will be the color of to this container, which is like in white. Now here in this container I just need to use the image. So that image, I just need to write image.asset, images folder name and the image file name. This is the image that we are going to use. So I just need to rename this, not rename. I'm going to just copy this file name and we just need to paste it something over here. We need to write .png. Okay, so this is the image, but I need to pass on height and width. So I just need to maintain the height up to 100. We'll just pass the width up to 100. We'll just pass a fit box fit dot cover. I think so 100 is also too much, but we'll see that, right? So I just need to pass the spacing from the top as well. So I just need to maintain that. So I just need to write like over here. We'll just pass wrap up with a padding widget dot only from the top. Let's pass like 90.0, or we can just pass like 150.0. okay, now here I just need to pass like margin, not margin, let's pass padding from left position 20.0. okay, so this is the thing. Let's pass the height and width to 90. I guess let's write 80 and 80. I guess that will be much enough. Now here I just need to pass like a padding. In the padding I just need to write edge insert dot all will pass up to 10. Or let's do one thing. I am thinking that let's use dot symmetric. We'll use from horizontal, which will like 10.0, and from the vertical direction we'll just pass like 90.0. 90 will be too much. Let's pass up to 50. Okay, 50 is much. Okay, we can just pass 40. If you are thinking that to increase the height and width of this image, you can do that. Let's pass 90. Now here I just need to do one thing, like here I need to pass border. In the border I just need to pass like border dot all, so that we can provide the border to this complete container. Okay, now I need to pass a width which will like 2.0, something like this. Now here I just need to pass the border radius. I need to write border radius dot circular will just pass up to 20. Okay, so this is the thing. You can see this is the container we have created. Now once the container has been created, now I'm going to display that what really respective name of this juice that have been shown over here, right? So I'm going to just write a container. I need to write decoration, a box decoration. Again I need to pass colors dot white. Then I need to just do one thing, like here I just need to write child, column, children. I just need to pass a text widget. In the text widget I need to pass a name of this juice. It's like an orange juice. You can pass the styling, an app widget class dot headline text style will just pass 20.0. So this is the thing, but I need to pass the spacing. So write size box with 20.0. That will be much enough. Now here what I'm going to do is that we need to pass some engaging text just to maintain the like what really this juice has and how really interesting this juice is. So for that I need to use a text widget. In the text widget I'm going to just pass a text. I don't know the exact text that I can use over here. Let me found that and we'll get back in few seconds. Yeah, so this is the text that we have passed, which is like enjoy the freshness when starting your morning activities. So this is the text that we can pass. If you have any other text in your mind, you can write that as well. So I just need to pass a cross axis alignment dot start, so that all the things will be aligned to the left side. Yeah, now here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just pass the spacing. So I'm going to use a size box height 10.0. that will be much enough just to display this. Now here I just need to maintain the height. Okay, I think so the font is much enough. 14 will be much. Okay, then I need to show the button as well. So for the button I'm going to just write a container decoration box decoration color. In the color I'm going to use a custom color code. Let me find that color code and we'll get back in few seconds. So this is the color that I'm going to use. Now here I just need to first pass the width. In the width I'm thinking that let's pass 200, and then I need to just pass like a child. Again we'll use a text widget. In the text widget I'm going to just write an add. Okay, we can pass a style app widget class dot headline text style. Let's pass 20.0. so this is the text and all that we can simply display. Now I can just pass the spacing here as well. So let's copy this, we'll paste it over here. We just need to center this with help of center widget, something like this. Then I need to pass like padding. In the padding I just need to write edge insert at all. We'll keep it up to 10, or let's pass up to 20. 20 is much enough, right? I guess it's look good with 20. Orange juice, the text that we have passed, and this is the thing. We can just increase the width up to 300, which is too much. Let's pass 220. I think so rather than passing a fixed width, let's do something better. Let's pass media query dot of context dot size dot width will write by divide by 2. Okay, or let's pass up to 1.5. okay, 2 2 will be too much. Let's pass 1.78. Okay, this is the thing. Now let's pass the margin from right position as well. Yeah, I think so. That's creating a problem. 1.9 to okay. I guess the padding and all, yeah, that's much better. Just to display this width, right? Center this. Let's hope it will be a center. Or it's not going to work. Yeah. So this is the thing. Now we'll just pass the border radius. I need to write border radius. Border radius dot circular will just pass up to 10. Okay. So this is the thing that we can see. Now here I'm thinking that just to pass the border as well. So I need to write border. In the border I need to write border dot all. We'll just pass the width. How much width? We can just pass 2.0. Okay. Now here let's do one thing. Let's copy this border from here as well. Let's paste it something over here. You just need to copy the border radius. Let's copy this. We need to paste it here as well. Okay. So this is the thing. You can see that we have passed an add button, a name of that respective juice that had been shown over here, and then thing and all. Right. Now I'm thinking that let's do one more thing. Let's wrap up with a row widget. I'm going to just write a container. In the container, let's pass decoration, a box decoration, color. In the color, I'm going to use again a custom color code. Now the thing that I'm going to display over here will be like that how much kilocalorie that this respective juice has, so that the user who is simply ordering this respective juice can know that, right? So I need that container color, and we'll get back in few seconds. So I just need to write color over here, color, write 0xff. We'll paste this color code. So this is the color that we can use. Now here I just need to pass the width, which will be like a width up to 100, not 10, 100. Can just pass like a child text. In the text I need to just write like up to 60 kilocalorie. Yeah, you can just pass a styling, a text style. Font family will just pass like Poppins. Okay, you can center this with the help of center widget. Just need to pass the size box width 20.0. okay, 60 or 70. Yeah, just pass the height. Let's pass up to 30. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, we can just pass the border radius dot circular. We'll just pass up to 10. Yeah, so this is how we can just display this, the kilocalorie this respective orange juice has, and the text and all. If you're thinking that the font size is too less, you can increase that up to your choice. Like you can just change it to 20 and all. Yeah, just to display this. Right now, this is the first juice item that we have shown. Now we can show our second item. So let's do one thing. Let's wrap up this row widget with a column widget, so that I can add the another one. So let's copy this. We need to paste it over here, and we can just first pass a spacing. We'll use our size box height 40.0. that will be much enough, and we'll just change the orange to grape juice, right? So we'll need to rename. We'll need to copy this. We need to paste it something over here. Okay, we just change the name to grape juice. So the text that we have passed is like a drink the fresh grapes juice make you forget the tiring activities. Yeah, so that's true. So I just need to change that to an 80 kilocalorie. Yeah, so these are the two items that we have displayed, which is like an orange juice, the grapes. Okay, I hope it's much clear. Right now we are going to create a juice detail page from where the user can simply add some type of the fruits they want in that juice, and they can simply place an order. Right So now I'm going to do one thing, like here I just need to move to the pages folder, and we are going to create a new file name which is like a juice page dot. Okay, so this is the just a page name. We are going to import the package by using material.dart, and we need to just pass a stateful widget or a page name which will be like a juice page. Okay, so this is the thing. Now here I just need to first write a scaffold body container child and a column children. Now here I just need to write a container again, decoration, a box decoration, color, and here I'm going to use a custom color code in our container. So I just need to write 0xff, and let me find that color code and we'll get back in few seconds. So this is the color code that I'm going to use. Now here I just need to first pass a width. Now you know that I won't pass a fixed width to the container because we are also making this app highly responsive. So I'm going to use a media query. So I need to write media query dot of context dot size dot width. Okay, so just to take a complete width of the screen, right? So I just need to write a width something like this. Now here I need to call a juice page, something from here it is, and now I'm going to just display the image. So I just need to write child image.asset images folder name and the image file name. This is like in juice, not juice, we'll write mixer.png. So this is just a file name, mixer.png. Okay, so this is what you can see, but I need to decrease down the height. Let's pass up to 300, that will be much enough, or let's pass up to 200. Okay, we can just pass the spacing from the top. We'll use padding as insert dot only. From the top, let's pass 50.0, something like this. Now I can see this image clearly. Now here I'm going to just pass a border radius. So for that I need to pass border radius dot only from the bottom left. So I need to write dot only from the bottom left. I need to pass radius dot circular, which will be like 60, and from the bottom right I just need to add radius dot circular, which will be 60. Okay, so this is the thing you can see. I need to pass the spacing from the bottom position as well. We'll just pass up to 20.0. Okay, so this is the thing you can see. Now here, as I've told you that, for example, the user choose an orange juice. Now for example, in this orange juice they want to add some more things, like they want to add some fruit and all. So to add that fruit and all, we are going to allow the user to select that from a drop down, right? So we'll create the drop down, and that drop down will be in the form of image, so that it will be much more engaging for the user to use this app, right? So here you can see that this is how I've just created a drop down. You can see that this is how I've shown you the drop down many times before in the series. So I didn't show you the complete code. I wrote all the code that I need, and you can see that I've just created a fruit list, and I've tried to paste all the image that I want to show in our fruit list. And here there are the three drop down. You can see that if the user want to add the first one, a watermelon, the second one for example apple, the third one like banana, so they can just add like select what type of fruit they want, and they can create a mixture, right? So these are the things that they can do. So here you can see that I've simply created a different string to store like a first item, the second item, and third item. Okay, it's very clear. Now you can see that we have just passed a row just to display all the drop down in the row widget, and where the user can simply select any type of fruit they are looking to add on, right? So it is very easy thing, and you can see that we have just write the code just to show the drop down. I hope it's very clear, right? Now once we do all these things, now here if the user want to add like a sugar, and in this sugar if they want to add some more sugar like 1 2 3, it's like sugar cubes and all, they can do that, right? So for that I just need to first write a text, and in the text I need to just pass like add sugar, and we can just pass the styling. Again we'll use app widget class dot headline text style. We'll just pass 18.0, that will be much enough. We need to pass the spacing, that will be the spacing from the top. We'll write size box height 20.0. Now I need to wrap up with a padding widget. We'll need to write dot only. From the left position we'll just pass like 20.0. okay, wait a second, yeah, 20.0. so you can see that this is the text that we have passed, which is like an add sugar. Now here I just need to pass a row widget, and we just need to show the counter over here, like if the user want to add 1 2 3, like how we pass a quantity, the same thing we are going to pass, like how much quantity of the sugar they want to add on, right? So I just need to write a container. In the container I need to write a child. In the child I need to pass a text widget. In the text widget I need to write in sugar. Okay, something like this. We can just pass the style and app widget class dot headline text style. Let's pass 18.0. Okay, so this is the thing. I just need to pass the height, let's pass up to 40, and we need to pass the width, let's pass 200. Okay, now here what I'm going to do is that we just need to pass a decoration, a box decoration, color, not a color, we'll just pass border, and we'll pass the border, border dot all. Okay, something like this. Here you can see this, we can just pass the width up to 1.5. Okay, we can just pass the border radius, we'll pass the border radius dot circular, that will be up to 10. Okay, so this is the thing. We can center this with the help of center widget, so I'm going to just center this with the help of center widget, and we can just pass some more height, let's pass up to 50. Okay, so this is the thing. Now we are going to again wrap up with a padding widget. We just need to write dot only from the left position. We just need to pass like 20.0, so that will be the spacing. We need to pass the spacing from the top as well. So let's copy this. We need to paste it something over here. So this is the thing, like sugar. Now we are, as I told you, that the user need to select how much sugar they want to add on, right? So for that I'm going to do one thing, like here inside the row widget I'm going to first create a container. We just need to show the decoration, a box decoration, color, and in the color I'm going to use a custom color code. I don't remind that color code, we'll see that and we'll get back in few seconds. Yeah, so this is the color code that we can use. We can just pass a child icon, we'll write icons dot, and we can just pass like a minus, not a minus, we can use remove icon just to indicate that while clicking to this they can decrease down the quantity of the sugar they want to add on, right? Now here I just need to first pass the border. In the border I need to write border, border dot all, and we can just pass a width as well. Okay, wait a second, border dot all, we can just pass the width, let's pass up to 1.5, and here I need to pass the border radius, which will be like border radius dot circular, which will just pass 60. Okay, so this is the thing that you can see. I just need to pass the size box width, will it pass like 20.0. okay, so that will be the width. Now here I'm going to just create a container again. We'll just write decoration. Okay, let's do one thing, let's copy this complete thing from here. We need to directly paste this over here. We'll just change the sugar to 1, and we also decrease down the width to, I guess 80 will be enough. Yeah, then I need to just copy this again, this container, just to decrease, not decrease, we have already passed how the user can simply click to this and can decrease the quantity, but we need to allow the user to increase the quantity. I just need to pass icons dot add. Okay, something like this. Now here I just need to pass the size box with 20.0, that will be enough width, and then I need to copy this, we'll paste it over here. This is the thing, you can see how the user can simply increase the quantity, right? Now this is how they can add in sugar in that juice that they are looking for, right? Now for example, if they want to add some notes just to indicate that they need some specific, like they need some specific customization for, so for that I just need to pass a text, and we need to allow the user to add a note, right? So I just need to write add notes. You can just pass the styling and app widget class dot headline text style, let's pass 18.0. okay, so we just need to wrap up with a padding widget dot only from the left, we'll just pass like 20.0. okay, so this is the thing, right? Now I just need to copy the height from here. Let's copy the height. So this is the height, let's copy this. We need to just paste it something over here, which is like an add notes. Okay, now here I just need to first create a text field so that user can fill the text and they can pass a note. So this is the thing, we can just pass a width again. We'll use a media query dot of context dot size dot width. We can just use a decoration, a box decoration, and we can just pass border, which will like border dot all. Okay, we'll pass a width up to 1.5, that will be much enough. And then I need to pass decoration, input decoration, border, input border dot none. Okay, so this is the thing, you can see. Now here I just need to first pass margin as insert dot only. From the left let's pass 20.0, from the right let's pass 20.0. okay, let's copy the height again. We need to paste it over here, and then I need to just pass up to 10. I guess 10 will be much enough. Sorry, yeah, 10. Yeah, now here I just need to pass max lines because the node will be not in a single line, so I just need to pass a max line over here, and we'll just pass up to 5, or 5 is enough, I guess, or we can, I guess 5 is enough. Yeah, so this is the thing. Now we can just pass the border radius as well. So write border radius dot circular will just pass up to 10. Okay, so this is how the user can add a note over here. Like they want to add any specific note, they can do that as well. So I'm going to just show the container over here where I'm going to show how much total that the user need to pay according to the fruit they have selected, the sugar and all, right? So I'm going to just write a container. In the container I just need to first pass a width. We'll write a width and we'll use a media query dot of context dot size dot width so that it can take a complete width of the screen. Now here I just need to pass a child, row, children. We need to write a text widget. In the text widget I need to just pass like total, price, something like this. So this is the thing. Now I just need to pass an amount in dollars and we'll just pass for now $50. Okay, so this is what you can see. You can just pass a styling, a text, not a text style. Let's write app widget class dot headline text style. Let's pass 18.0. That will be much enough, right? Now here we just need to pass decoration as well, right? Box decoration, border. In the border I need to pass border dot all, something like this. Okay, we can just pass a width up to 1.5. Okay, so this is the thing. Now here I just need to pass the margin, edge insert dot only. From the left let's pass 20.0, from the right let's pass 20.0. we just pass the spacing, that will be the spacing from the top. We'll write height 40.0. okay, so this is the thing that you can see. Now here I just need to first pass the height. Let's pass the height up to 50, or let's pass up to 90. Okay, now here I just need to do one thing. Why I have used a row widget? I think so rather than using a row we can use a column widget. That will be much better, right? And we can just pass the container over here. In the container we'll write decoration, box decoration, color. In the color I'm going to use a custom color code. So that will be the color code, that the same color code we have used over here. So this is the color code. Let's copy this. We need to paste it over here. We need to pass a width. Let's pass up to 200. Let's pass a child, text widget. In the text widget I just need to pass a text which is like a mix and pay. Okay, we just pass a style, app widget class dot headline text style. Let's pass 18.0. okay, so we can center this with the help of center widget, something like this. Then I need to just pass the height. Let's pass up to 40 or 35. That will be much enough. We can just pass border, which will be like border at all. Okay, and we can just pass width 1.5. okay, we can just pass the border radius, which will be like border radius dot circular, which also need to pass up to 10. okay, mix and pay. We can center this by using a main axis alignment dot center, so that all the things will be at the complete center. And we can use the size box height 5.0. okay, so this is the thing. Now here I need to pass the border radius. In the border radius I just need to pass the border radius dot circular, will just pass up to 10. okay, so this is the thing that you can see. The user need to, like, they can check like how much total price that they need to pay, and mix and pay is just a button that they can click and can order for the respective juice that they are looking for. So we have just created a juice page, onboarding page and a home page for our juice app. So this is just a first part of this awesome course, not the first part of this awesome course. I mean the first part of this juice app that we are uploading on this awesome Flutter course. I think so this is a lesson number 15 or 16, I don't remind this, simply covered on this awesome course. But if you haven't hit like a member of this channel, then what you waiting for? Please be a member of this channel. That will be a small support from your side to this channel. And as I've told you that source code is totally free for the members of this channel. They don't need to pay anything extra to get the source code, and the source code is available in the Telegram group, right? So if you haven't been a member of this channel, just be a member, and by being a member you can get a special access of this all the course that we are uploading on this channel, right? Until that, keep coding, keep having fun. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. I just need to create the sign up page as I've told you. So here you can see that I just need to first write a scaffold. In the scaffold I just need to first write a scaffold, a body, and we need to just pass a stack widget. Okay, stack children. Now here I just need to use image.asset images, and in the images I'm going to pass the background image that I'm going to use in our sign up page. So I just need to write background.png. I just need to first pass the height, which will be like media query. Now as I've told you that I am not going to pass a fixed height and the weight to the container or to the image size, because I know that we are going to make this app which will be highly responsive. To make an app which will be highly responsive, we need to use a media query rather than passing a fixed height and width to this image, right? So I just need to write media query dot of context dot size dot height, and we just need to pass a width which is like media query. Again, I just need to write media query dot of context dot size dot width. Okay, dot width. Now I just need to first pass a feed box feed dot cover so that it can take a complete height and width of the screen. Now we'll just move to the sign up page, and we need to just call the sign up page something like this. Okay, so this is the image that we are going to use in our sign up page. Now here I'm going to just show the text which is like in create account text. Then we are going to allow the user to enter the text in the text field, right? So first I'm going to just move to the sign up page, and here I just need to first pass a column widget. In the column widget, I'm going to just pass children text widget. In the text widget, I need to just pass a headline of our sign up page which is like in create account. Okay, I'll use a /n so that we can simply change the line /n, and we just need to write create account. We just need to pass the styling an app widget class dot headline text style will just pass like 22.0. So here you can see this is the text, but you can't see that. We need to pass the size box, so that will be the space from the top. This is like 50.0, something like this. I need to just pass the padding, so I need to wrap up with the padding widget dot only from the left position will just pass like 50.0. Okay, now I need to just increase the size, I mean the text size. So for that I just need to pass like 28. I guess that will be much enough, or we can just pass 32. Okay, I guess that's much enough. We'll just pass the from the left. I guess we can pass like 30 or 40 will be much enough, and we'll just pass up to 100. Okay, so this is the thing that we can pass. Let's pass 45, which is too much. We'll decrease it down to 40. Okay, I guess that's much better to show the create account. Now here, as I've told you, that we are going to show the three text field where the user can enter the name, the email, and the password. So these are the three things that we need to allow the user to simply sign up in the app, right? So first I'm going to just write a container. In the container I just need to pass decoration, a box decoration, color. In the color I need to pass colors dot white. Okay, then I need to pass across axis alignment. You can see that once I pass a container or a text field over here, the text is at the complete center. I need to move all the things to the left side. So here in the column widget I just need to pass cross axis alignment dot start, so that all the things will be aligned to the left side. Then I need to just pass a width. We'll use a media query. We'll write media query dot of context dot size dot width. Okay, something like this. Now once we pass this, I just need to pass a child, a text field. In the text field, this is the text field, I need to pass margin edge insert dot only. From the left let's pass 20.0, from the right let's pass 20.0. I guess that is much less. We can just pass 40 and 40. That will be much enough. Okay, we can use the size box, so that will be the height from the top. We'll just pass like 50.0. Okay, something like this. Let's pass up to 100. Okay, 120. Yeah, so this is the text field you can see. Now here you can see that there is the line. I need to remove this line. You know that how we can do that. We can just pass decoration, input decoration, border, input border dot none, and we'll just remove this line from here. You can see that. Now we just need to pass the border radius. I need to write border radius dot circular will just pass up to 10. So this is the thing, or we can just pass up to 60. We need a complete circular thing, right? So this is the thing. Now here I just need to first pass the hint text. In the hint text, let's pass the hint text. In the hint text, I need to just pass the hint text, which is like in full name. Okay, I need to write full name. Okay, so this is what you can see. I need to pass padding as well, right? Padding edge insert dot only. From the left let's pass 10.0. okay, or let's pass like 20.0. okay, so this is the thing. We'll just pass the hint text. In the hint text, not hint, I mean hint style, we'll just pass hint style. We'll use a text style. We'll use a font family. This is like in Poppins. Okay, something like this. So this is what you can see. We have just passed a full name where the user can enter their full name. Now this is the first text field. Now let's copy this, all the things from here. We need to just paste it over here. We'll just pass the spacing, which will be like 20, and we'll just change the full name where to email, so that the user can enter the email. I just need to change it to email. Okay, something like this. Let's copy this. We need to paste it something back over here. We just need to change the email to password. I just need to write password. Okay, so these are the three text fields. It's like full name, email, and password. We can just pass some more height. I think so that will look much better. Okay, so these are the three text field. Now here what I'm going to do is that we can do one thing. Once we pass this three text field, now we are going to create a sign up button so that the user can simply sign up in the app, right? So for that I just need to first write a container. We just need to pass the width, we'll pass up to 200, and we'll just pass a child, a text widget. But before the text widget, let's do one thing here. I'll just pass the text first. Let's pass sign up. Okay, and then I need to pass a decoration, a box decoration. Basically I'm going to pass the custom color code to this button, where the user can simply click to that button and sign up in the app, right? So here I just need to pass the color. In the color I just need to start with 0xf. We need to paste this color code. This is what you can see. I can just pass the styling, a text style. We haven't have any function just to display the white text, so I need to create a text style, and we'll just change that accordingly, right? I just need to pass the color, which is like colors dot white. We'll just pass the font size, which will be like 20.0, and we'll just pass a font family. In the font family again I'm going to use a Poppins. Okay, something like this. Now you can see this. I'm going to center this with the help of center widget. We just need to pass the size box, that will be the space from the top, which is like 40.0, and we can center this container with the help of center widget. I hope it's very clear, right? I just need to pass the height. Let's pass 40, or let's pass 60 as well. Okay, 60 will be too much. Let's pass 50. Okay, I guess that's much enough. We just need to pass the border radius. I need to write a border radius. We need to write border radius dot circular, and we'll just pass up to 60. Okay, so this is the thing you can see. I'm thinking that if we pass the elevation to this container or a button, that will look much better. I just need to wrap up with a material widget, and we just need to pass an elevation, which will be like 5.0. And we are going to just copy this border radius just to see that elevation clearly. We need to paste it something over here. You can see that this is how the elevated container look alike, and I think so it's look really great, right? We just pass 60. Okay, now this is the sign up button that we have created. Now here I'm going to also pass, like, if they already have an account, they can switch to the login page that we usually pass in each sign up page, right? So I'm going to just do one thing here. I just need to pass a row children. We need to use a text widget. In the text widget we just need to write already have an account question mark, have an account question mark. We can just pass first a styling. You can use a text, not a text style. Let's use app widget class dot headline text style 18.0. Okay, already have an account. We can allow the user to switch to the login page. We can use a text widget. We'll just pass login. Okay, we can just pass a styling, a text style. Color, I guess color we can just use this custom color code that we have just passed in this sign up button. So we can just pass something like this. We can just pass the font size, which is like 18.0, and we can just pass the font family, which will be like an Poppins. Okay, something like this. Okay, so this is the thing. We can just pass the spacing. Okay, now we need to just center this. So for that I just need to write a main, and in the main access element dot center, it will simply center all the text that we have written over here, something like this. I need to pass a spacer. Now spacer is another widget that will help us to pass a maximum space between any type of widgets. I've talked about a spacer, expanded widget, flexible widget many times on this series, like in this complete Flutter course series. If you haven't part of this Flutter course series, then you can be a part by being a member of this channel. You can simply click to the join button and you can be a member of this channel, and once you are a member, then you get a privilege to be a part of this awesome Flutter course, right? Now here I just need to first pass the size box, so that with the spacing from the bottom we'll use the size box height. Let's pass 50.0. Okay, so already have an account, they can switch to the login page. Okay, it is done, but I'm thinking that to create some function just to display the color text in white, I just change the color to a function name to white text style. I need to move back to the sign up page, and in the sign up page I need to copy this complete text style from here. We need to cut it down and we need to just paste it something over here. So this is the thing that we need to do, I think so. Okay, we need a bracket. Oh no, I think so there is a so it's ready. Now here I just need to first pass an app widget class dot white, not headline, white text style. Let's pass 20.0. Okay, that's much enough to display this text, right? I hope it's very clear. We have missed some brackets and all. Yeah, we have. So this is the thing that we can do, right? So this is the sign up page that we have created, where the user just need to enter their full name, email, the password and all, right? Now we are going to just move to the login page. So we are going to create a new file name, which is like a login dot. Okay, now the design will be remain completely same, but in the login page we don't need to allow the user to enter their full name. We need just two things, which is like an email and the password. I hope it's very clear, right? So first I need to import the package by using material.dart. We need to pass a stateful widget name, which is like an login, which is also a page name. Okay, we'll need to write a login. Yeah, now here I just need to move to the sign up page. Now let's copy this complete thing. As I've told you that all the things will be remain same. The things we need to do, I will explain to like what all things we need to do. So I'm going to just first call app widget class, and now we are going to switch to the login page. So let's switch to the login page, something like this. Yeah, and we are in the login page, and we need to just change the text create account to welcome back. Okay, so welcome. Okay, welcome back. Okay, so this is the text that we can pass. As I've told you that we need only two text field, so I'm going to remove this text field, which is like the name text field, and then there is email, password. We need to change the text of this button from login to sign up. Sorry, sign up to login. Sorry for that. So I just need to write log in. Yeah, that's correct. Now here I just need to pass a forget password text as well, so that the user can simply manage that thing also. So I need to just pass a row. In the row I can pass a children. We can just use a text widget. In the text widget I just need to first pass a text, which is like a forgot password. Okay, we'll use a question mark. You can pass the styling and app widget class dot headline text style. Will just pass 18.0. Okay, so this is the thing. I think so height is too much. Let's pass up to 10. We'll also decrease the font size to 14. 14 will be too less. Let's pass 15. I need this text to the right side of the screen. You know that how you can do that. We just need to pass a main axis alignment dot end. So that's why we have wrapped in a row widget. Now here I just need to first pass a padding, so that the text that have been stuck to the left side, not left side, a right side, I just need to pass the padding from the right position, which will be like 40.0. Or let's pass like 50.0. I need to increase the font size. Let's pass up to 16, and we need to maintain the height as well. So let's copy this. We need to paste it over here. We need to pass like up to 50. Okay, or we can just pass 80. Yeah, and we just need to change this text to like don't have an account. They can switch to the sign up page. We can just write don't have an account question mark. We can just allow the user to move to the sign up page. Okay, now I just need to wrap up this sign up text with a gesture detector, and we are going to allow the user to navigate to the sign up page. In the on tap method I'm going to just write navigator dot push, and in the push I'm going to just push the user or navigate the user. We need to write material page root context. In the context I need to just pass a sign up page. Okay, something like this. Now here when I click to this, you can see that we have just switched to the sign up page. Now I want that when I click to this login text, I need to move back to the login page. Okay, I need to just wrap up with a gesture detector, and in the on tap method I just need to write an on tap method, and this is the thing, and we are going to just change the text to login. Okay, something like this. So here you can see that we have moved back to the sign up page, and we have moved back to the sign up page, and by clicking to that we move to the login page. You can see that we have created our complete login and sign up page, and I think so it's look really great. This is not the many things that we have just added in the login and sign up page. We have tried to keep it very simple, so that everything that we are trying to explain over here can easily be coded by yourself, right? So these are all the things that we have done. Now here what I'm going to do is that now we are going to connect this app with an Firebase, and we are going to allow the user to simply sign up in the app. Then we are going to add all the features that we need for this app, right? Let's move, and as I have told you that we are going to connect the Firebase with this app, so let's move to the Firebase, and we need to pass a project name. So I'll just write juice app over here, and we'll click to this continue button. We'll wait, it's generating. Yeah, so click on continue button, continue again. continue again. We'll select a default account for Firebase, click on create project. So as you can see that Firebase is preparing a project, so wait for a few seconds until it is done. But before that, I want to tell you one thing, that if you haven't followed the pharmacy app and the clothing app that we have already developed on this channel, then you can simply follow that as well, because by following that two series you can get to know a lot many things about a Flutter and the Firebase and how we can simply make this awesome apps from the scratch, right? Now that are all the apps that you can simply learn, that is totally free. And if you want to show some contribution to this channel, you can be a member of this channel or can buy a source code, right? Now our project is ready. I think so it's finishing up. Yeah, so we'll wait for a few seconds. Yeah, so project is ready. Click on continue button and we'll land to the Firebase console. And in the Firebase console, you can see that we'll close this, we'll click to this add app button, and you can see that we can connect the iOS, Android and web app. So I'll move with an Apple, the iOS app, then we are going to connect with an Android app. Okay, so we need an Apple bundle ID. So we need to open the Xcode from here, and we need to just open the Xcode, and it's launching. Yeah, so we'll move to the runner and we'll move to the signing and capabilities. Now once we move to the signing and capabilities, now here I need to so here you can see that this is the bundle identifier. So I need to copy this bundle identifier and we need to paste it in Apple bundle ID. Now click on register app and we wait for a few seconds, and we need to download one of the files, which is like Google service-info.plist file. This is just a file that we need to download from here, and once we get this file, we need to rename the file. And if you have old file with the same name, you can remove that file and then just rename this file, right? So I just need to remove this file, and we need to rename this file like Google service-info.plist, and we need to paste it below the info and click on finish. Okay, it's done, right? Now click on next, continue to the console. So here you can see that we have connected the iOS app. Now we'll move to the Android app. We need an Android package name. So we'll close this Xcode first, we'll close this as well, and we'll move to the Android app, src main buildgradle.kts, and in this buildgradle.kts we need to copy this application ID from here. We need to paste it something over here. Now click on register app and we'll wait for a few seconds again. Okay, it's loading. Yeah, so now download this google.services.json file, and again we need to remove the old file if we have, and we need to rename with a same name that it has been written. So I just need to rename something like this. Now we need to paste it in Android app folder, something like this. Now here we need to click on next. Now these are the some plugins that we need to just copy, and we'll move to the setting gradle.kts and we need to just paste it in the plugin section. Okay, now let's copy this plugin as well, and we need to just move to the build gradle.kts, and inside the plugin section I just need to paste something over here. Now please save all the file where you have made changes. Now we click to the next and continue to the console. So here you can see that we have connected the iOS and Android app. Now here I'll move to the main.dart file. So I'll move to the main.dart file, and here I just need to, okay, before adding the important lines in the main.dart file, we need to do some of the changes, or we need to add some of the packages from the pub.dev to our pub.xml file. Then we'll do some changes in the Firebase so that we can introduce all the things that we need, right? So here we'll move to the pub.dev first, and in the pub.dev I need to simply copy the package name, which is like an Firebase core, so that we can use a core functionality of an Firebase in our app, right? So we need to just copy this respective package from here, and we need to paste it in the pub.xml file. Okay, so we need to paste it something over here. This is the Firebase core package, and then I need to copy a second package, which is like a Cloud Firestore. So this package will help us to upload a data to the Firestore database. So we'll move to the installing. Now let's copy this respective package from here. We need to paste it something over here. So these are all the two packages. Now the third one that we need, which is like a shared preference. Now you will see that, Shivam, what is a shared preference? If you're watching this video, if you're following any type of apps in my channel for the first time, then you will ask that, Shivam, what is a shared preference, right? So shared preference is something that will help us to store a data locally. Now you will see that, Shivam, we are already using the Firebase as a backend. Then why we need to store the data locally by using a shared preference? So that's a good question. So as you know that we are already storing a lots of data in the Firebase, but we need to store some of the small things in the shared preference as well, like the username, his specific ID. So we are going to give the unique ID to the each user so that we can track all the users detail. Like for example, if there will be a chance like a user with the same name like Shivam and Shivam, right? But if we track the user with a name, that's not going to work because that both users are totally different, right? So we are going to provide the unique ID to the each user so that we can track a specific Shivam details that we want, right? So we are going to provide the unique ID to the each user, so that ID will, we are also going to save them locally by using a shared preference. We are also going to save his name, as I've told you. We are going to save his email ID. So these are all the things that we need to use again and again in the app, right? Now if we call all these small details from the Firebase, then it will simply create a problem, right? Because calling these small things from the server again and again will take a lots of time to code and write. So here I'll move to the shared preferences and I need to move to the installing. Now let's copy this respective package from here. We need to paste it something over here. So these are the two packages and this is the third package, right? Now here I need to copy this random string. As I've told you that we are going to provide the unique ID to the respective user, so we need to copy this random string package. Now this was the third one, this is the fourth one. Now the fifth one that we need, which is like an Firebase auth, which is one of the most important package if you are using the authentication in your app, that we need to use a Firebase auth package, right? So we'll move to the installing. Now let's copy this from here. We need to paste it something over here. Okay, so these are all the 5 packages that we need, right? So once we do all these things, now here we'll move to the main.dart file, and as I've told you that we need to add 2 important lines over here. We need to first write an async widgets flutter binding dot ensure widgets flutter binding dot ensure initialized, yeah, dot ensure initialized. We need to just write await Firebase dot initialize app. Okay, so this is the code that we need to pass. Okay, please do not forget to add these 2 important lines in our main.dart file. Otherwise, if you add all the things from the Firebase and if you forgot to add these 2 lines, then all the things will be in a waste, because it will simply throw the error that the Firebase haven't been connected successfully, right? So each and everything is important that I'm showing you over here. So do not try to like skip a video or trying to make a app in just like 1 hour or 2 hours. It's going to take some time to develop an app, right? So be patient and follow all the process that I'm showing you over here, right? Now once we do all these things, now we'll move back to the Firebase. And in the Firebase, as we are going to use the email authentication, so we are going to just move and we'll click on get started, and we need to just enable the email authentication that we are going to use in our Flutter app, right? So we'll click on email and password, click on enable, click on save. Okay, so it's done and email password has been enabled. Now we'll move to the build again, and in the Firestore database, we need to just change some of the security rules, otherwise it will simply throw the error when you try to upload a data to the cloud Firestore, right? So we'll just wait and yeah, click on create database, click on next, click on create button, and it's going to set up some security rules, so wait for a few seconds. Yeah, so it's done. Now we'll move to the rules section, and in the rules section we just need to change the rules from false to true. Again, it's very important step. Please do not forget to do all these changes from our rules section, otherwise it will simply throw the error, right? Now I think so it's done, right? So okay, now once we have done all these things, now we have made a complete connection with Firebase. Now here we are going to use the email authentication, so we'll move to the signup.dart page, and here I need to write some important code so that we can simply call that respective function and allow the user to authenticate in the app, right? So I'm going to write a registration function over here, though I've shown you the registration function I think so many times before on this channel. So I'm not going you to like explain you the each and every line that I'm going to write in the registration function, but I will give you a brief view that what all things we are going to write over here, right? So now here you can see that I have wrote a text editing controller. We have written text editing controller, name controller, email controller, and the password controller. So here you can see that in the sign up page there are the 3 text fields, which is like a name, email, and password. So to get the like a text that a user going to enter in this text field, we need a text editing controller, okay, to control all the text that the user going to enter the text field, right? So to grab all the text from the text field, we need a text editing controller, right? So here you can see that I've wrote a bool loading is equals to false, is because so when the user will tap to this sign up button, we are going to show some circular progress indicator over here just to indicate that the button has been tapped and it's loading and we need to just wait, right? So here we have wrote a 3 string which is like a name, email and password, where we are going to store all the like name, email and the password that we get from this 3 text field. I hope it's very clear. I've explained you what really text editing controller does over here, and we need to store that in a respective string, right? We have wrote a registration function and we have used a set state. Once the user will click to this, we need to show that loading to true just to indicate that the process is in loading, right? So now here you can see that I've just passed like a user credential, and we have passed like firebase auth.instance.create user with email and password. So this is just a normal function that we have passed, and we are going to allow the user to create an account with the email and the password that they have passed over here, right? Now here you can see that I have passed a string ID, as I've explained you before that we are going to provide the unique ID to the each user. So in the string ID, I'm going to create the unique ID by using random alphanumeric function. I hope it's very clear, right? Now once we do this, now here we have created a map. Now you will say, Shivam, what is a map? So map is a combination of key and value pair. Now here you can see that this is the key which is in the form of string, and the value that we are going to pass will be in the form of dynamic, right? So in the key you can see that we have passed a string, so we have indicated in a double inverted comma that will simply indicate that this is a string, and in the dynamic we can pass anything like a string, a boolean character, a integer, we can pass anything, right? So that's why we have passed a dynamic character. So it is a combination of key and value pair. Now key is a string and the value is in the form of dynamic, where we have simply got a text that the user enter or they will write in this respective name text field, right? So this is the name text field, I mean the name, this is for the email, this is for the ID, and this is the points that the user will earn. As I've told you that user will get some of the points each time when they buy a juice from this app. So we are also going to keep a track like how much points that they have earned, right? So here these are all the common things that we have done, and you can see that I have wrote one function like a page name is like in shared preference dot. Okay, so in the shared preference dot, so here you can see that I've in the shared preference dot file you can see that I've wrote a shared preference helper, a class name, where you can see that these are all the different strings that we have written, where we are going to store the user ID key, the user name key, the user email key and the user points key. Okay, so we are going to store a user specific ID, his name and the email and the points one by one, and we are going to save them by using a shared preference, and we are going to call them by using a shared preference. So that's all the things that we need to do, like we are going to store them one by one and we are going to call them. I'm going to show you about all the things, no need to worry about that, right? So I need to move to the database.dart file, and in the database.dart file you can see that this is the class name that we have created. This is like in database methods, right? In this database methods class we are going to write all the necessary functions that we need to handle for our Firebase, I mean the Cloud Firestore database, right? So here you can see that I have wrote a function name which is like an add user info. Now this is the simple function where we have just passed a map, and this is the map name which is like a user info map and a string ID. So we are going to create a collection name which will be like users collection, and in that users collection we are going to like keep on adding one by one user data with his specific ID. I hope it's very clear, right? Now if you don't have an idea about what really the collection is, what is a document, what is an like a field, what are all the things that Shivam is talking about, so you can follow the last course or last lessons from this course, because each and every lessons are equally important on this course, right? So here I'll just move and I'll give you a like quick idea what really the collection and documents I'm talking about. So in the Firestore database you will see all the collections over here. This is the documents, like here you will see all the documents, then here you will see all the fields, right? Once we upload a data, then you will get much more clear idea that what I'm talking about, right? So these are all the things, and we will just move back to the sign up page, and in the sign up page we have just wrote our database methods class function dot add user info. dot add user info is just a function name that we need to call, and we need to just pass a map name with a specific ID. Okay, so this is the unique ID that we are going to provide to the each user who are trying to sign up in the app. I hope it's very clear, right? Now once we have done all the things and user have simply created the account, we need to navigate the user to our bottom name, and we are going to allow the user to move inside the app by moving to the bottom name page, right? Now we need to also show some green light just to know that the user has successfully registered and they are going to move inside the app. So this is the green light. By green light I mean the snack bar or a toast message that we need to show that register successfully, right? Now once we do these things, now here this is the function that we have passed, which is like a try and catch. Now you will see that Shivam, what is a try and catch? So we are going to simply like first allow the user to authenticate in the app, or we are going to allow the user to create an account in the app with an email and the password, right? So this is the function that we will first allow the user to create an account, right? But for example, if we face any error, like if we face any error to create the account, we are going to catch that error. Okay, so that's a basic use of a try catch function. So we are going to first try with specific function, and if we face any error, we are going to catch that error, right? So that error we are going to catch this, and we are going to check that the password entered by the user over here is a weak password. If the weak password entered by the user is true, then we are going to just pass a red light, and we are going to just pass like password provided is too weak. Okay, and for example, if they use the email that they have already used before to log in the app, then we are going to show that the email already in use, an account has been already exist, they can use a different email to sign up in the app. So this is how the try catch function work, and I've explained you the complete registration function, and you can see that it's very easy to code all the things in a registration function. You need to know about a single things. You need to keep a specific idea of what all things I'm writing over here, because a registration function is very easy, and you can see that all the things are much very clear why we have used over here, right? Now these are all the things. Now here I'm going to simply sign up in the app, and I'll show you that how all the things are working. But as you know that we have just connected the app with the Firebase, we have added all the package just now from our perf dev to our perspec.ml file. Now once we try to simply hot reload or hot restart the app and try to run this app, then we'll simply face the error which will like a missing plugin error. Now this is a simple error that you will face once you try to run the app or try to hot reload or hot restart the app without getting all the packages inside your Flutter app, right? So we need to just close this complete app and relaunch the complete app again, so that we can use all the packages that we have pasted in our perspec.ml file. I hope it's very clear. So if you face any type of error, which error name will be like missing plugin error, that simply says that you need to simply close this complete app and rerun the complete app from the starting, because the packages that you have just added in the perspec.ml file, it's not ready to run in your Flutter app, right? So that's a basic idea. I gave you the idea like what really the error means when it simply shows in your VS code, right? Now we'll just close this and we'll relaunch the app, and we'll get back in few. Now I'm going to show you that how a sign up page is working. So I need to just enter the my name, which is like Shivam Gupta, and we need to just pass like an email which is like shivam22ckp@gmail.com. Then I need to just pass the password. You can see that password is not in a dotted form and it doesn't look much secure, so I just need to pass like off secure text to true, and we'll just change the password to a dotted form. Right now I'll click to this sign up button and we'll just wait. Okay, so we have registered successfully and directly moved to the app. You can see that this is the green light that has been simply displayed over here. But you can notice that, as I've told you, that there will be a circular structure that will be simply shown once we click to the sign up button, just to know that the user have simply clicked to that button, right? So what I'm going to do is that here I'm going to just move, and here I just need to move over here, and we just need to pass like loading is true. Then I need to just show the circular progress indicator, something like this. We just need to pass the color, which is like colors dot white, something like this. Okay, now I'll just hot restart the app and we'll move to the sign up page, and I'm going to show you that how the things is working, right? So I'll sign up with another ID, We'll pass a random password. We'll click to the sign up button, and now you can see that this is how the circular structure has been simply displayed over here, just to know that the user have clicked to that sign up button and we have registered successfully and directly moved inside the app, right? So now we'll move to the Firebase. As I've told you that we have already uploaded data to the Cloud Firestore. Now I'm going to explain you what really the collection is, what are the documents and the fields that I was talking about, right? So here we'll move to the Firebase and we just need to refresh this page. And here we'll see the collection name that I was talking about, which will be like an users collection. So you can see that this is the users collection that we have created. This is a specific ID. You can see that there are two documents because we have just now created a two different ID. So this is the ID, that the unique ID that we have simply provided to Shivam, and this is the unique ID that we have simply provided to Ayush, right? So these are the two different users with a two different unique ID, and we have just done this to track a specific user detail, right? Now this is the collection, and as I've told you that all the collection will be simply displayed over here. There you can see the document, and in this section you are going to see all the document IDs, and in this you can see that these are the fields. So these are the email field like email, ID, name, point. So these are the fields, right? So you get to know what really the collection is, what is the documents, and what is unfilled. So if I'll talk about anything in the future, then you will get to know that what collection or what all things I'm talking about, right? Now here we'll move back and we'll move back to the login page, and in the login page I'll just switch back to the login page, and in the login page you can see that again I've used a user login function. Now this is the user login function, and again I've used a try catch function. Now you know that what really the try catch does over here. So we are going to first try with some function which is like a sign in with email and password, and if the user have successfully sign up or not sign up, a login in the app, then we are going to navigate the user to our bottom navigation bar, or in the home page, right? So if we face any type of error, we are going to catch that error. So we are going to first pass a try and catch. First we are going to catch the error, and we are going to catch that, for example, if the user have entered the wrong password or the wrong email ID, we are going to check that if there is an invalid credential that has been entered by the user. If it is true, then we are going to just pass a red light by the text that you have entered an invalid email or password, just to catch the specific error, right? Now I'm going to just pass a controller to the each text field. We have already passed that, right? And we have just passed a function name, which is like we are going to check that both the text field. Let me move to the sign up page so that I can explain you. So here this is the login page, right? And here you can see that there are the two text field. We don't need a name text field, as the user has already created the account. They are trying to log in the app, right? So I'm going to just get the user email and the password. So we are going to check that if both the text field are filled or not. So if it is filled, then we are going to store that in the respective string, and we need to call that respective function once the user try to log in the app. I hope it's very clear, right? Now these are the small things that we have done. Now we can just check our login page as well. So I'm going to create an account, and I'm going to use the same account to log in the app, just to check that how the login page is working, right? So I'm going to just write my name. It's like Shivam Gupta, and we just need to write shivam123@gmail.com, and we need to pass password. We'll click to this sign up button, and now I'm going to use this same email ID to log in the app, just to check that how the things are working, right? So we'll just wait. Okay. So we have registered successfully. Now you are going to use the same account. So I'm going to just write shivam123@gmail.com, and the password shivam123. Again, it is not in a dotted form. You know how you can change that. So I just need to pass fsecure text to true. Now we'll click to this login button, and let's see how the thing will work. Okay, so you can see that we have simply logged in the app with a same ID that I have simply signed up, right? So our login page is also working brilliantly, and I've shown you that how you can simply use an email authentication to authenticate in the app by using a Firebase, right? So if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, then what you're waiting for? Hit that like and subscribe button and show your support, right? The detail page. Now I'm going to do one thing, like here we are going to click to this mix and pay button and allow the user to place an order for the juice that they are looking for, right? Now this is the thing that we need to do. So we are going to first add a payment gateway, and again I'm going to use a payment gateway like an Razor Pay. So if you are watching this video from outside India, I will refer you that I've already taught Stripe many times before on this series. So if you are thinking that the Razor Pay is not available in your country, you can also add a Stripe on this complete app, right? So this is the execution. Let me show you that what all code that we have written just to add a Razor Pay, right? So these are all the necessary code that we have just wrote to like for the Razor Pay, and you can simply call this like a Razor Pay Flutter package to execute a Razor Pay in your app, right? Now you need to just move to the Razor Pay official website, and you need to just sign up in the app. Not sign up in the app, sign up in that Razor Pay website, and once you sign up, then you will get one API key, which will be a text API key. You can use that text API key to simply test a Razor Pay payment, right? So these are all the things that you can do. Now here in the juice page, I need to simply get the user ID, so that once they simply place an order, we can show that order in his order page, right? Now to get an ID, as I've told you that we have already saved the user ID by using a shared preference, right? So now to get the ID from the shared preference, I have wrote a string ID, and we just need to write await shared preference helper dot get user ID. So dot get user ID function will help us to get the ID that have been stored in the shared preference. I hope it's very clear, right? Now once we do all these things, now here what I'm going to do is that first let's do one execution. For when I click to this plus button, I need to simply increase the amount of sugar that the user need to add. So I need to just increase this amount, right? So here I need to just first write an integer, and we need to write sugar count, okay, is equals to, and we'll keep it 1 because 1 will be a default count. So this is the thing, like at least they need to add 1 sugar. Without a sugar, how the juice can be prepared, right? So these are the thing. Now here I'm going to do one thing, like once they add a sugar, so we just need to increase that count, okay? So we have wrote sugar icons dot remove, okay, we just need to write sugar count dot to string just to change that in the form of string. Now here we just need to increase the count once we click to this plus icon. So I just need to wrap up with gesture detector, and in the on tap method, once I press to that, I just need to increase the sugar count by 1, right? So I just need to write sugar count is equals to sugar count plus 1, okay? We'll use a set state, something like this, okay? That will simply increase the sugar count by 1. So I'll click to this, and let's see how the thing will work. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's hot restart the app first, and we'll just move to this page. We'll click to this. Okay, so you can see that how the sugar count value has been simply been increasing when I'm clicking to this, right? Now I need to decrease down the sugar count value as well. So I just need to just do one thing. I need to wrap up this container with a gesture detector, and in the on tap method, I'm going to just write that sugar count value should be decreased by 1. So I need to write sugar count value should be decreased by 1, right? Something like this. And we'll use a set state. Now if you are thinking that this execution is correct, then you are wrong, because let me show you. When I click to this, you can see that the sugar count value is decreasing. But why I was telling that the execution is wrong? Because when I'll move to 1, now this is the minimum sugar that I need to add, right? Which will be at least 1. Now I click to this button back again, it will go to 0, -1, -2, -3. So like the user can't place an order for the -3 sugar, because -3 sugar doesn't make any sense. So I want that it should order, or it should place an order of at least 1 sugar. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pass like the sugar count value should be greater than 1, and if it is 1, then only I can decrease it by 1. Okay, so this is the thing. Now let me hot restart the app, and let me show you the execution, right? Now I'll click to this, you can see that it is okay. Now I'm going to reduce by 1, so here we'll move to 1. Now if you are thinking that if I click to this, the execution will not move to 0, then you are right. I'm trying to press to this, but the execution is not moving from 0, -1, -2, because we have just passed this if case that our sugar count value should be greater than 1. If it is greater than 1, then only we can decrease down the value by 1. I hope it's very clear. It's very easy to understand, and these are the small things that make our app really best. So once we do all these things, now I want that when I click to this button, I can simply open a Razor Pay payment gateway, and once the user place an order, we can simply show that order in the user side and in the admin panel, right? So that an admin can also know that what juice that they need to prepare for that respective user, right? So what I'm going to do is that here in this function, like if the payment is successful, I'm going to just create a map. So I'm going to just create a map. I've explained you what a map is. I'm going to just write a string dynamic. I'm going to just write add order, okay, something like this. And once we do this, okay, so the thing is that I just need to remove this from here. I have just wrote in a wrong position. I need to paste it over here. Okay, so add user order. Now here I just need to first pass the I think so we can just pass that how much sugar that the user have entered over here. So I just need to pass like sugar count dot to string, just to change the value to string. Then I need to just pass like a first fruit that they have selected from here. So the first fruit, so I just need to write fruit 1, and we need to just write a selected fruit 1, okay. Then I need for the second one as well. So for example, they selected pineapple over here. I just need to write a fruit 2. I just need to write selected fruit 2, then a fruit 3, and we need to just pass like selected fruit 3, okay. And we just need to allow the user to enter the amount, though the amount will be same each time, but I'll just allow the user to show the amount as well. So I just need to pass the amount up to $50 that they need to pay. Then I need to just add the notes as well. So as we need a text editing controller to handle the text over here, so we need to just write a text editing controller. Notes controller is equals to new text editing controller. So this is just a thing that we need to do. I have explained you why we are writing these things. Now here I just need to pass the controller to that respective text field, so that we can get all the text that the user going to enter. So I just need to write controller. In the controller, I'm going to just write a notes controller. Let's pass padding as well. We write dot only. From the left, let's pass 20.0. Okay, so these are all the things that we have done. So once we enter the text over here, that's going to work, right? Now here, what's the problem? Okay, so we haven't passed anything, so I just need to write notes controller dot text, okay, something like this. So once we do all these things, we have just passed the notes, the fruit 1, fruit 2, I think so that's enough. We just need to pass the username as well, so that the user can know, all the admin can also know that who have placed that order, right? So I just need to first get a username. So I need to write username, and we need to get the username is equals to await shared preference helper dot get username. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to do, and we need to just pass the username as well. So I just need to write username controller dot text, not username. I need to write a username, right? So this is the thing that we have done. I am facing this error. It says that we need to use this. Okay, yeah, so it's okay now. Now you can see that we have just passed the sugar 1, fruit 2, fruit 3, the amount, the notes, the username. I think so that's much enough. We'll see that if anything will need extra, we'll add that. No worries about that. So we'll move to the database dot file, and we need to simply show that order to that user side. Okay, what I'm going to do is that here we'll move to the Firebase, and in the Firebase I'll move to the user's collection, his specific doc ID, and once we move to his specific doc ID, and in this doc ID I'm going to create a new collection name, which will be like an orders collection. And in this orders collection, I'm going to show all the orders that the user have placed, right? So that's very simple thing. So what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to just write a future, and in the future I'm going to just write add user order. Okay, something like this. I just need to first pass a map string dynamic, and we need to just pass like map name is like an add order, and we need to just, we don't need our ID, I think so. ID, we don't need this. So one thing I want to tell you that if you are passing any specific ID, then you need to use doc ID. Like here you can see that I need to pass a specific ID to Shivam Gupta. So I have just passed a doc ID. Like in the users collection, I told that the Firebase that I am passing the ID from my side. So it simply we are going to provide the ID, and then ID will be simply been attached for this user, right? Now if you don't want to provide an ID, then you need to use .add method rather than a set method. You can see that if you are providing the ID, then you need to use a set method. If you are not providing an ID and you want that Firebase to use any type of ID from their side, then you need to use .add method rather than a set method. I hope it's very clear, right? Now these are the small things. Now I just need to write return Firebase Firestore .instance .collection, and in the collection, as I've told you, that we need to move to the user's collection and his specific ID. I need to move to the user's collection. Now here I need an ID because we need to move to the user specific collection. So I need to write doc ID, and in the ID I need to create a collection, and in this collection I'm going to create an orders collection, and in the orders collection I'm going to directly add that data or the map. So I'm going to just use a add method rather than a set method, right? So I'm going to just pass a map name which is like an add order. It's very easy, right? Now once we do all these things, now we'll move back to the juice page, and here I just need to write await database methods dot add user order, and we need to just write on a map name which is like an add user order and the ID that we have already passed. Okay, so this is the thing that we can just add this order. Now as I've told you that this order will be simply shown in the admin side as well. So for that I'm going to create one more collection name which is like an admin order, so that the admin can get to know like what all order that have been placed and at whom they need to work, right? So here is one more thing, like for example, if that order has been delivered and we don't need to show that respective order in the admin side, because if that respective order has been delivered, that doesn't make any sense to show that in the admin panel, right? So to handle that case, I'll move back to the juice page, and in the juice page I'm going to just pass like delivered, and we'll just keep it false because it haven't been delivered, and we are going to just update this data, right? So this data we need to just update that, right? So I'll move back over here, and we just need to pass an add order. So that's a map name. We can just write add admin order, the map name. We'll remove this. We are going to just pass a collection name which will like an admin order. Okay, and we need to use directly an add method rather than a set method. Okay, and we need to just pass a map name which is like an add admin order. Okay, it's very easy, right? So once we do this, now here we'll move back to the juice page, and here I just need to write await database methods dot add admin order. In the admin order I'm going to just pass the same map, because all the things will be remain same, like how which data you want to show in the user side, the same data we can show in the admin side. The thing will remain same, but we don't need to show the username and all in the user side, so we need to show that in the admin side, right? So we are going to pass the same name map rather than writing the map each time, right? Now this is the thing. Now as I've told you that the main thing that we are going to add on this app, that once the user place an order for any type of juice that they're ordering, we are going to reward them with a points, right? So we need to also like add 100 points, or we can say that we can add like up to 20 points. I guess 20 will be much enough. Why we need to provide 100 points? So we are going to provide a 20 points to the user once they simply place an order, right? Now here what I'm going to do is that first I need to get the user point, and we need to keep on updating the points field that they have, right? So what I'm going to do is that here I'm going to just write a points, which is our string, right? So I need to first write a points. In the points I'm going to just write await. We need to get that we are usually save by using a shared preference, and we need to just use get user points. Okay, I hope it's very clear, right? Now what I'm going to do, as I've told you that we need to add a points each time, so I need to first write an integer, and in the integer I just need to update the point that the user have. I just need to pass updated points is equals to int.parse, as we need to first parse a value of an points that the user have, because it is in the form of string. We need to change that in the form of integer so that we can add a 20 points to that points that the user have. I hope it's very clear. I just need to pass points, and here I just need to first pass a null check. We'll just add a 20 points. Okay, it's very easy. Now we just need to update the value. So what I'm going to do is that I'll move to the database of the Dart file, and I'm going to copy this function, and we need to paste it over here, and we need to just pass like update points. We need to remove this map because we don't need a map. We need a user specific ID. So I just need to write string ID. we'll move to the users collection, and we need to update this points field, right? So I need to first move to this specific doc id, then only I can update this point. Without moving to this specific id, I can't get to know like which user points field I need to update, right? It's very clear. So I just need to first pass like doc id, and in the id I just need to pass dot update method. Okay, dot update method, I need to update the points field. Okay, so I need to just do this I need to copy this points field. In the points field, wait a second, yeah, so I need to get the updated points. So I need to write string, and we need to pass a points that we need to update, and we need to just pass a points, something like this. I hope it's very clear. You can see that all the things are very simple to understand over here, right? Now I just need to first pass a map name. It's like a database methods dot add, not add, sorry, update points. In the points, I need to first pass the user id. That's very important. I need to pass an updated points dot toString because it is in the form of integer, right? So this is the thing that we need to do. I think so we have done all the things that we need. So let's see how the thing is working. But once the order have been placed and user get to know that the order have been placed successfully, we need to show the toast message, right? I think so payment successful will be itself a snack bar. I think so we don't need that, right? So I just need to hot restart the app. If you are thinking that you can add a snack bar, it's up to your choice. Like, so I click to this add button. I think so I've just added a Razor Pay payment gateway just right now. And as I've told you that if you are adding a new package in your Perspec.ml file, then make sure that you don't hot reload or hot restart the app, because hot reload and hot restart will not going to work. You just need to rerun the complete app from the starting, right? So I need to do the same process. If you have added the Razor Pay, then you can do that. As I've told you that the source code is totally free for all the members of this channel. In the Telegram group, we have already posted the complete code for this Juice app. If you are new, you can simply show some contribution by being a member, or if you don't want that, then you can show some contribution by getting a source code. So these are all the things that you can do. Okay, now let me rerun the complete app and we'll get back in few seconds. Yeah, how our order page, once the user simply place an order, how we are going to show that in the order page, right? So we are also going to test a Razor Pay payment gateway that we have added. So I'll click to this add button and we'll just move over here. Now I just need to select a fruit, the second fruit and the third fruit. Okay, so these are the three fruits that I want to simply add in this orange juice, and we just need to increase the sugar count up to 3. Like I need a sugar up to 3, and then I need to add a notes. So if you want to add a notes, you can add a notes like I need a best juice. Okay, now we click to this mix and pay, and let's see what will happen, right? So I click to this. Okay, nothing happened because we haven't added, I think so, or we have missed something. So we'll move to the juice page, and in the juice page where we have shown the button, okay, it's over here. I need to wrap up with a gesture detector, and in the gesture detector I'm going to call an on tap method. In the on tap method I'm going to call a function name. The function will be like, we'll just pass the function. Okay, so the function will be open checkout. So we just need to call an open checkout. Now it's going to work. We'll just pass the amount up to $50. And this is the thing. Now I'm going to refresh this, hot restart the app. We'll click to this add button. Let's first select a fruit that we need to add. Okay, I guess that's enough. We can increase the sugar cubes count. We'll just pass like a note which is like I need a best juice. Okay, then I click on mix and pay, and let's see. Okay, so hide alert, and we are waiting. So Razor Pay in action, as you can see that. And as you notice that in the Razor Pay there are many payment methods that you can use. There is like UPI, you can pay through the cards. In the cards, like you can pay through the Visa card, MasterCard, then through the net banking wallet section. So there are lots of choices that you can use in a Razor Pay, right? Now I'm going to pay through the UPI, and I'm going to enter the random UPI over here. So I'll just need to write at the rate okay SBI. Now we'll click to this continue button, and you can see that the payment is in process. Open your Google Pay app and complete the payment. So it's confirming payment right now. Yeah, so it's done. Payment has been successful, and you will be redirected in 3, 2, 1, and yes. So our payment has been successful. You can see also the toast message or a snack bar over here. Now I think so order has been placed successfully. Now as I've told you that in the users collection, I'm going to add one more collection which will like an orders collection, and in that orders collection we are going to show all the orders, right? So we'll just move over here and I need to refresh this page, and in this page you are going to see the orders collection in that respective user that they have placed an order, right? So let me see which order. Yeah, so here you can see that Shivam Gupta has simply placed an order. So here you can see that the order collection has been simply created over here. This is the document ID that have been provided from a Firebase side, and you can see that the amount is like $50. Delivered is false because it hasn't been delivered from an admin panel. So this is the first fruit that we have selected, which is like pineapple. The second one was banana, and third was watermelon, right? Now notes, as I've wrote the note, which is like I need a best juice. Sugar count we have passed up to 6, and the username, like which user have simply placed the order, which is like in Shivam Gupta. So you can see that all the things are working brilliantly. Now we are going to show this order in the orders page. Okay, so just move back over here, and here when I click to this is the order page, but I'm going to first create an order page. So let's move and let's do one thing. So in the order page, we'll move over here. We'll just need to first write a scaffold. Why I'm writing scaffold? Okay, we need to write a scaffold. We'll just write a scaffold, a body, container, child, and a column, right? So first I need to first pass a page name, then I'm going to just show all the orders, right? So I'm going to just use a text widget. In the text widget, I just need to write an order page. Okay, you can pass the styling. We'll use an app widget class dot headline text style. We'll just pass like 20.0. Okay, so this is what you can see. I need to pass the spacing from the top. We'll use the size box, height 50.0. I guess that will be much enough. And we need to pass the from the left position as well. So I'm thinking that let's pass a padding over here, and in the padding I'm going to just write dot only from the left. Wait a second, dot only from the left will just pass like 20.0. Okay, so this is the thing. I need to increase the font size, so I need to pass up to 30, or 30 will be too much. Let's decrease it down to 25. Okay, so this is what the text that we have passed. Now here I just need to use the image, so I'm going to write image.asset, images folder name, and the image file name. The image file that I'm going to use will be like which image. So let me check that. I think so background.png. No, not this one. I think background image, not this one. Okay, Apple background mixer water. Okay, this is a thing that we need to use. So I need to just copy this, and we need to just paste it something over here in the order page. So I'm going to first use a stack widget. Now the reason is very clear, as I'm using the background image and I want that just above that image the orders to be shown, right? So I need to just overlap one widget over the another. So I need to use a stack widget, right? I need to use image.asset, images folder name, and the image file name .png. Okay, so this is the thing that we can pass. We can need to just move all the things to the left side. So I need to first pass across. In the cross I need to use a cross axis alignment dot start. Okay, so this is the thing. Let me see if I have passed any background color. Okay, no, we haven't. So we'll just move back to the order page, and let's do one thing. Let's first pass a size box, height 50.0. that will be much enough, I guess. Yeah, okay, let's do one thing. Let's pass the height. We'll use a media query because there is some gap that has been left over here. I don't think expanded widget will work over here. Let's see if it works, but I don't think so. Yeah, so just need to wrap up with an expanded widget. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, as I've told you, it's not going to work. The reason is very clear, because you need to use an expanded widget inside a column widget. We have used that inside a stack widget, so that's why expanded widget will not going to work over here. So I just need to use a height, and we'll just pass a media query dot of context dot size dot height, and we need to pass like up to divide by 2, which will be too less. Let's pass 1.5. Okay, 1.2, which will be too much. Let's pass 1.3, 1.4. Let's pass 3.5. So this is what that I have done. You can see that I've used a spacer. Now the spacer will help us to make the app responsive. As you know that the spacer is a widget that will help us to pass a maximum space between the two widgets. Now the main thing was that you can see that the image that we have passed and the bottom navigation bar that we have shown, there is some space that have been left between them, right? Now if I'll pass the height and all, and I think that I will manage the thing, that not going to work, because the every screen size will be really different if you try to run this app on the multiple devices. So just to maintain all the things and we get a highly responsive screen, I've used a spacer rather than passing a height to this image. So that's make a brilliant sense why we have used a spacer over here, right? Now what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to write a container, right? In the container I need to first pass a width. In the width, again I'm going to use a media query. I need to write media query dot of context dot size dot width. Okay, now I just need to first pass a decoration. In the box decoration I need to first pass a color, which is like colors dot white. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to do. Now once we do this, now here I need to first pass a child. In the child I need to write a row children, and once we write all the things, I think so what we can do is that here I'm going to display like what type of juice that they have ordered, right? So there is one more important thing that have been left, like if they had ordered a orange juice or their grape juice, because we haven't passed a main juice, we have like passed all the juice, not a juice, all the fruits that we want to add in a juice, but we don't know that what is the special juice that we need to add on, right? I hope you are getting what I'm trying to explain. Let me explain you much easier way. So in the home page you can see that there are two type of juice, like orange juice and a grape juice. Now user will click to this add button, and if they want to add some more fruit to this juice, they can simply add that, right? Now here we need to simply pass that what was the main juice that they have selected. So I need to pass like orange juice or a grape juice that they have selected. I hope it's very clear. So here I'll move to the juice page, and in the juice page what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to get a string. In the string I need to first get a type. Okay, and we need to get a juice page, and we need to call this dot juice type, and we need to pass required function. And in the home dot where we have allowed the user to navigate, let me check, it's over here. Okay, so let's call this type, and in the type that we have selected, which is like an orange, so I need to just write an orange over here. Okay, it's done, I guess. Now we click to this add button, and once we get a type, so then we can handle that case, right? So we'll move back to this, and over here I just need to first pass a type of juice, which is like an orange. Okay, I guess that's perfect, right? Why I write orange? Because each time it not be an orange, so I just need a digit dot type. Yeah, but I guess now it's correct. Now we can directly add that manually rather than passing the thing again. So I just need to write orange. Okay, it's now much clear. I think so we have done the most things. Now let's create this page. We'll move back over here. Then I need to first pass image dot asset, images folder name, and the image file name that I need to pass. So we need to pass like apple orange juice. So I need to copy this, paste it over here. We need to write .png. We'll just maintain the height. Let's pass up to 120. Width will pass up to 120. We'll use our fit box fit.cover. Okay, something like this. Now I guess we can just pass up to 100 and 100. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to do. Now here I just need to first pass a margin as insert dot only. From the left 20.0, from the right I just need to pass like 20.0. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to do. I'll just maintain the height. Let's pass up to 90 and 90. Yeah, it's done, right? I just need to pass padding as insert dot only. From the bottom we'll just pass 20.0. From the top let's pass 20.0. Okay, so this is the juice that you can see. As I've told you that we need to show that the username who have simply placed that order. So I just need to use a column widget just to display all the things. I need to use a text widget. In the text widget I'll just pass my name. We are just creating the UI for now. We are going to display all the data from the Firebase, so nothing worries about that. I just need to show that, or we need to create a UI first, then we are going to directly show the data, right? So I need to write headline. We'll just pass 20.0. or 18.0, I guess that will be much better. We'll use the size box width, and in the width I need to just pass like 20.0. Okay, so we have just passed the name. Let's pass 19. Yeah, now once we have passed the name, now we can show the second thing, like which all juice, that fruit that we need to add on, right? So I'm thinking some unique idea that we can add, right? So okay, okay, image dot asset, images folder name, which will be like, let's copy this, we need to paste it over here. So this is the first one. Let's decrease down the height. Let's pass 20 or 30. I guess 30 will be much better. Fit box fit dot cover. Okay, let's pass 40 and 40. Yeah, we can use the cross so that all the things will be aligned to the left side. Yeah, this is the first one. Now let's copy this back again. We need to paste it over here. Let's copy this banana. Let's paste it over here. Let's save this first. Let's copy this. We'll paste it over here. Let's copy this. We need to paste it over here. Okay, but you can see that all the things have been showed in a row column widget. We need to just wrap up with a row widget. Let's cut it this from here. We need to paste it something over here. Okay, so this is what that you can see, the fruit that the user need to, not user, the admin need to add on. Okay, yeah, so this is what that we can do. I think so that's much better. Or if you are thinking that to pass some unique idea, you can do that as well. I'm testing this how it will look, and if it will look really best, then we are going to use this, right? Okay, this is the first one. Now let's copy this. We'll paste. Okay, wait a second. We'll paste it over here. Let's copy this, cut it this from here, paste it over here. Let's copy this complete container, paste it over here. Let's cut it this from here, paste it over here. Let's cut it this again. Okay, so this is what that you can do. We'll use a size box with 10.0. that will be much enough. Let's copy this. We'll paste it over here. Okay, so these are the fruits that we need to add on that respective juice. Now here we have shown the image just to indicate that this is an orange juice. We don't need to write that this is an orange juice, right? So we have shown this. I think so we need to also add a sugar quantity, right? How we can display the sugar quantity? Okay, we can use a text widget, right? I don't think so we have any respective image to display the sugar text, right? Sugar, I think so, image or icon, right? So I need to use directly, which is like 6. You can pass the styling and app widget class dot headline text style. We'll just pass like 16.0. Okay, that's much better. We can use the size box. If we want to pass the height, let's pass 5.0. That will be the spacing that we can manage. Let's copy this size box. We'll paste it over here. Okay, so sugar is 6. Username, we don't need a username because, okay, we can use another text widget, and we are going to show that if it has been delivered or not, so that the user can also know that whether the ordered juice has been delivered or not. So I just need to write yet to delivered, yet to be delivered. If it is like, if the delivered is false, then we need to display this text, and if it has been delivered, so like if it is true, then we need to show that delivered successfully, right? So I'm going to just write yet to be delivered. We just need to pass a style, not a struct style. We can just pass a style, text style color, which will like colors dot red. We can pass the font size, which will like 20.0. Let's pass 18.0. let's decrease it down because it doesn't look good. And just pass like font family. I guess it's Poppins. Yeah, yet to be delivered. Yeah. So this is the thing that we can pass. Now I think so it's much ready. We can pass border border radius dot circular. We'll just pass up to 20. Okay, so that's look much good. If you are thinking that to pass some elevation, you can do that. Let's see if elevation will work over here or not. I think it's going to work, but we need to cut this margin and need to paste this outside the material widget. We need to copy the border radius as well. So let's copy this. We need to paste it over here. Okay, I think so that's look much better, and this is how we can display the order, but we need to display that from a Firebase. So we are going to use a stream builder. Now I think so you got to know, like if you have watched my old videos, that we have used a stream builder many times in our previous lessons as well, and in that previous lessons I've shown you that how you can usually use we usually use a stream builder, but how easily we can use a stream builder in this app, right? So here I'll move to the database dart file, and basically what I'm going to do is that here in the users collection we'll move to that users respective ID, and once we move to the users respective ID, then we need to simply get all the documents that we have in our orders collection. Right now, for that I'm going to use a stream, as I've told you. Right now, as I've explained you many times before, what is an use of a stream builder. So basically stream builder is something that will help us to read all the documents that the respective collection has, right? And there is something that will help us to do that, which is like a snapshot, and snapshot will help us to read each fields that we have in our respective document, right? So what I'm going to do is that we are going to just write a future. In the future I'm going to just write a stream. In the stream I need to write a query snapshot. Right now, once we pass this, now here I need to write get all orders. Okay, so this is just a function name. We need to pass a string ID, which will be the user's respective ID. We need to first async, and in the async I'm going to return, we need to write await firebase firestore dot instance dot collection. Okay, we need to move to the which collection, which will like an users collection. Okay, so I need to paste this. I need to move to the user specific ID, so I need to write doc ID dot collection. In the collection again I need to move to the which collection, which is like an orders collection. Now here I need to use dot snapshot function to get all the documents that the orders collection has. I hope it's very clear to understand this all the things, right? Now once we do this, now here we'll move back to which page, which is like an order page, and in the order page I'm going to write all the necessary functions. So I'm going to first write a stream. So I'm going to create a stream which will like an order stream. Okay, order stream. Now once we pass this, now here I'm going to first pass like a widget. In the widget I'm going to just write get all orders. So this is just not get all orders, I can write all orders function name, and then I need to first pass this I need to wait a second. Okay, we can return, we'll just pass like a stream builder. Okay, in the stream we can pass an order stream. In the builder I need to first pass a context and an async snapshot. I've explained you what really the snapshot does over here. So I need to write async snapshot. Okay, snapshot. Okay, this is the thing here. Okay, it says that we can't pass this null because we need to return this, and in the return we need to pass that snapshot dot has data. So I'm going to check that if the orders collection has any document or not. If there is a document available, then we are going to display that. If not, we are going to just show the container. So we are going to display by using a list view dot builder. So I need to write list view dot builder, and if any document is not available, we are going to just show the container. I hope it's very easy, right? Now here I'm going to first pass an item count. In the item count I need to first write a snapshot dot data dot docs dot, and we need to get a length. So we need to get how many documents that the respective collection has in our item count, so that we can reach each documents one by one from our collection, right? Now here I just need to first pass a sync and wrap will just pass true. In the item builder, I need to first write a context index, and here I need to first write a document snapshot ds is equals to snapshot. So now I'm going to, like for example, what the snapshot will check, the snapshot will move to the user specific document, and it's going to check that if this order collection has any document or not. If it has a data, it's going to display that by using a list.builder, and if it has, then we are going to need to read all the documents, not all the documents, I mean to say that all the fields from this respective document. I hope it's very clear. So document snapshot work is to read all the fields that this document has. Okay, snapshot work is to check that if that respective collection has a document or not. If it is there, then we are going to read them one by one. Okay, I hope it's very clear, right? So now the document snapshot will read each field. So I need to write a snapshot dot data dot docs. In the docs, I need to first pass an index, something like this. Okay, I hope it's very clear. Now I just need to return again, and in the return, I'm going to pass the thing that we have just written for the UI. So I need to do where I need to cut this complete thing from here. Okay, we need to paste it something over here. Let's call this. Okay, now here you will see that Shivam, we have wrote some function in our database or Dart file. We haven't used that till now. So that's a good question. If you have in your mind, we need to call them by using a get on the load function, and we just need to write like this. First, let's write async. We need to get that, so I need to write order stream is equals to await. We need to call our function name like database dot methods. I mean database methods dot, and we need to write get all orders. We need to get the user specific ID. So I need to write a string ID as well, and then I need to get the ID from where, which will like shared preference. So I need to write shared preference helper dot get user ID. Okay, so these are all the things that we need to do. I need to use a set state. In the init state, I'm going to just write a get on the load function. Okay, so this is the thing that we can do, right? Now once we call this, I think so that's much enough. Okay, now let's call the each field. So I'm going to just write ds. In the ds, I need to first get a type. So if the type is like equals to orange, like if it is an orange, then we need to show this image. If wait a second, orange, then we need to display this field. If it is not, then I need to display like image.asset. We need to display this. Okay, so let's copy this grape juice, rename, copy this, and we need to move back to our order page. Let's paste this something over here. Okay, so this is done. Now we need to display the username. So I need to write ds and the field name, which is like in username. Let's copy this, paste it over here. Now these are all the images that we need to call them one by one. So let's copy this fruit 1, paste it over here, ds fruit 2, okay, ds fruit 3. Okay, that's much better. Let's pass the sugar quantity plus sugar quantity. Let's copy this, paste, wait a second, need to paste this over here. And as I've told you that if delivered is false, then we need to display this, and if it is not, then we need to show the other thing, right? So I need to first write ds delivered is equals to false. If it is true, then display this. If it is not, then let's copy this complete text widget from here. We need to paste it this over here, and we need to just change this to like delivered successfully. Wait a second, yeah, delivered successfully. Okay, we'll keep the F small. Okay, we'll just change the color to green. It's much better. Okay, so now let's call this function. So I need to write an all orders over here. Let's hot restart this. We'll move over here. Okay, are we facing an error? No, we don't. Yeah, so here you can see that this is how we have simply displayed this. You can see that all the data we have simply got from our server, and you can see all the things have been read successfully. Now here you can see that there is some unknown padding, because there is some padding given by from a list view side. So that is a default padding. If you don't need any padding, you can just say that I don't need any padding while just passing edge insert dot 0. I don't need any padding from a list view side. Okay, so this is how we can simply display this. Now we need to pass the spacing from the bottom as well, so that if we order a second item, it will be simply shown over here. Okay, so we have simply made an order page. Now as I've told you that once the user place an order, they or if they place on any specific order for the respective juice that they're looking for, we are going to add a 20 points. So let's see if the 20 points has been added or not. You can see that 20 points has been simply added to the user side, which is points. In the points field, you can see that 20 points has been added, which was 0 before, right? So this is working brilliantly. Now here we'll just move to the points page, and in the points page, now I'm going to manage all the things that we need for our points, right? This is the points page that we have created, and you can see that this is the how much the points that the user have earned. We are going to see all this in the points page, right? So we'll move to the points page, and the code is really simple that we have added over here. So this is a leaderboard page, and we have just shown the container, and in the container we have just used the image, the points that the user have earned, and the leaderboard, right? Now in this leaderboard, you can see that the user or the different users, we are going to show them according to the points they earned, right? So first user, the second user, the third user, the fourth user. So we are all going to show them, and we are going to show that who is first, who is second, who is third, with a different medal, right? So these are all the things that I want to simply display that in a leaderboard section, and we are going to display that in a points page. And as I've told you that we are going to give a points once the user purchase any type of juice from this app, and they can redeem that points. I'm going to show you that how the user can redeem all the points and can order a juice in free, and they can use that points, right? So what I'm going to do is that first let's display the points over here, then we are going to manage the thing, right? So here in the leaderboard page, what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to use a string. Now in the string, as I've told you that we have already saved a user points by using a shared preference, right? So I just need to write a points earned. So this is just a normal string that we have passed, and we are going to get that by using a shared preference, right? So I need to write a function name like get the shared pref. That's a normal function name. Then I need to just write async points earned is equals to await shared preference helper dot get user points. Okay, so this is the thing. We'll use a set state. In the set state, now in the init state, I'm going to call the get the shared pref function, something like this. Okay, so now I'm going to just pass a points earned by the user on this, and we are going to just, okay, it's already in the form of string, so we'll just pass a null check. I'm going to hot restart the app, and we'll just move over here. You can see that it's now 0 because we haven't updated that. We are going to update that. Don't need to worry about that, right? So now what I'm going to do is that we are going to display the leaderboard, and you can see that. Let's move to the files to database so that I can explain you basically what all things I need to display over here, right? So here in the users collection, so it's opening, yeah. So here you can see that this is the users collection, and in the users collection you will see all the documents of a different user, right? Now in this document you can see that there is a field name which is a points, and this is the points field where we need to show how much points that the user have earned. Like the Shivam Gupta has earned this much points, or the Ayush, or this is the same name Shivam Gupta, so here you can see Ayush Gupta has earned this much points. So these are all the things that we need to display in our app, right? So I need to display in the form of decreasing order. Okay, you need to start from the highest number, which will be the first guy who have earned a maximum number of points in this app. So we are going to display that in the first position, then following that with the second position, third position, and fourth position. So on we are need to display all the things, right? So we'll move to the users collection, and in the users collection we need to display all the documents in the app in the form of decreasing order of the points that the user have earned. I hope it's very clear, right? Now we'll move back to the home page, and in the home page I will just do one thing, like where we have got the shared preference, I think so, not shared preference or stream builder. So we'll move back to the order page, and in the order page I need to just call this respective function from here. So this is the thing that we need to just copy this. I don't think so we need this. Let's copy this. Okay, let's do one thing, let's directly copy this function, right? Because that's the main thing. So I need to copy this, and we need to just paste it something over here. Okay, so this is the thing. Now here I need to write a stream. In the stream I need to pass what stream name I can use, which is like a leaderboard stream. Okay, so that's a normal name that we can pass. Now here I need to first write a function so that we can handle the case. So let's copy this. We need to paste it over here. We need to write get leaderboard. So this is just a function name. We don't need a user specific ID. We need to get a users collection, like all the documents from the users collection. We need to remove this collection. Now here I just need to first pass like dot order by, as I've told you that we need to order all the users details or the points in the form of decreasing order. So I just need to pass like decreasing order, and we need to pass like decreasing should be true. Okay, so this is the thing that you can see that this we have called a get leaderboard function, and we have just passed a points field name, and we have just passed a descending to true. Okay, I think so now it's ready. So now I'm going to just write a leaderboard stream is equals to await. We need to call a database methods a function name dot get leaderboard, and in the leaderboard we'll need to just pass this. Okay, I hope it's clear. We just need to pass a leaderboard stream, and we need to call a document snapshot, something like this. Now let's copy this complete function that we have written. So let's copy this complete container from here. But here is something that I need to tell you, that like as I need to show the different, wait a second, yeah. So as I've told you that I need to show the different medals according to the user's position. If he is first, then we are going to show the first medal. If he is second, then we need to display a second medal. So how we are going to do that, right? So I'll just need to first write that if the index value is equals to 0, as it going to start from 0, not from the 1. If he is reading the first document, and if it is starting from 0, then we are reading the first document. I hope it's clear, right? So now let's copy this thing. Okay, so let's copy this complete container from here. I need to cut it down, and we need to just paste it something over here, and this is for the first one, and we need to show the medal a username. So I need to write ds, and we need to copy the username. So let's copy the name, then I need to show the points as well. So let's copy this points, we need to paste the points. Now if the index value is 0, I mean that the guy is first, but if it is second, then we need to just copy the second case. Okay, let's cut this from here. We need to paste it something over here. We need to paste it over here. So this is the second case. Let's copy the field name where we need to display the username. Let's copy this, let's copy this name, paste it over here. We need to display the points, so that ds, we need to pass a points. Okay, so let's pass a points. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to do. So this is for the first guy, not first guy, the first guy is for this one, and if the index value is 1, then we need to pass that for our second position, and then we need to pass for the third position. So I need to just write index value is equals to 2, and if it is true, then we need to manage that, right? Now as I've told you that please make sure don't start with 1, because it will simply tell you that you are not reading the first document starts from 0, not with a 1. So that's a thing you need to keep in mind, right? If you are reading the first document, make sure the document value that starts from starting is like 0, it's not 1. So we need to keep the index value, and once the index value match with a 0, which is our first document, then we need to give him a first medal, right? So this is the thing. Now let's copy the cut the second thing, which is this one. So we need to cut it this from here, we need to just paste it something over here. Yeah, so it's done. We need to again use a ds, the username. So let's copy the username, which is name, this one. Let's paste it this over here. We need to show the points, write ds. Okay, then we need to copy the points, we need to paste it over here. We need to write ds, then again a name. So name, let's copy this, paste it over here, ds points. Wait a second, ds points, yeah. So this is the thing, yeah, it's done. Now here you can see that we need to also display the number of position. So we are going to just show that by using an index. So I need to write index dot to string, because that is in the form of integer, right? Now once we do all these things, now let's call our function, and we'll just change the function name to leaderboard, all users leaderboard. Okay, so that's the function name. Now let's remove this container as well. So let's remove this, yeah, all users leaderboard. Hot restart the app, let's see. Okay, so you can see that how it has been simply displayed over here. We can pass a margin so that there will be a much space, like bottom 20.0, and we can copy this. We need to paste it something over here. Okay, over here as well, and I think so here as well. Yeah, so this is the thing that we need to do. You can see that this user, which is like Shivam Gupta, has earned 20 points, which is first. So this is how it has been showed in a first position. And the second user is again Shivam Gupta with the same name, but the points is 0, and the Ayush Gupta is also have the point 0. Okay, so these are all how all the users data has been simply displayed over here, right? So these are all the things that we can do. Now I'm going to show you that how we can redeem the points that we have earned over here, right? So that we can get to know like how we can pay through this, right? But when we are switching to this page, you can see that it simply shows the red screen just for a few seconds. The reason is very clear, because we need to simply check that if we get the points earned string or not. If it is not, then we are going to show the circular progress indicator. So I need to check that if it is equals to null, then we need to just display a circular progress indicator that will add the complete center. So we need to wrap up with a center widget, right? Now I'm going to hot restart the app, and I'll switch to this page. You can see that we can't see that any error right now. Okay, I hope it's very clear, right? Now what I'm going to do is that, as I've told you, that we are going to allow the user to simply like pay through the points that they have earned, right? So here I'll move to the add page, and once we fill all the details, now when the user click to this mix and pay button, I'm going to show the choice like if they want to pay through the card or if they want to pay through the points. So both the choice that the user have, they can pay through the points, and once they pay through the points, we are going to deduct that many points from the user's specific ID. I hope it's very clear, right? To the detail page. Now I'm going to do one thing, like here we are going to click to this mix and pay button and allow the user to place an order for the juice that they are looking for, right? Now this is the thing that we need to do. So we are going to first add a payment gateway, and again I'm going to use a payment gateway like an Razor Pay. So if you are watching this video from outside India, I will refer you that I've already taught Stripe many times before on this series. So if you are thinking that the Razor Pay is not available in your country, you can also add a Stripe on this complete app, right? So this is the execution. Let me show you that what all code that we have written just to add a Razor Pay, right? So these are all the necessary code that we have just wrote to like for the Razor Pay, and you can simply call this like a Razor Pay Flutter package to execute a Razor Pay in your app, right? Now you need to just move to the Razor Pay official website, and you need to just sign up in the app. not sign up in the app, sign up in that Razorpay website, and once you sign up, then you will get one API key, which will be a text API key. You can use that text API key to simply test a Razorpay payment, right? So these are all the things that you can do. Now here in the juice page, I need to simply get the user ID, so that once they simply place an order, we can show that order in his order page, right? Now to get an ID, as I've told you that we have already saved the user ID by using a shared preference, right? So now to get the ID from the shared preference, I have wrote a string ID, and we just need to write await shared preference helper dot get user ID. So dot get user ID function will help us to get the ID that have been stored in the shared preference. I hope it's very clear, right? Now once we do all these things, now here what I'm going to do is that first let's do one execution. For when I click to this plus button, I need to simply increase the amount of sugar that the user need to add. So I need to just increase this amount, right? So here I need to just first write an integer, and we need to write sugar count, okay, is equals to, and we'll keep it 1 because 1 will be a default count. So this is the thing, like at least they need to add 1 sugar. Without a sugar, how the juice can be prepared, right? So these are the thing. Now here I'm going to do one thing, like once they add a sugar, so we just need to increase that count, okay? So we have wrote sugar icons dot remove, okay, we just need to write sugar count dot to string, just to change that in the form of string. Now here we just need to increase the count once we click to this plus icon. So I just need to wrap up with gesture detector, and in the on tap method, once I press to that, I just need to increase the sugar count by 1, right? So I just need to write sugar count is equals to sugar count plus 1, okay? We'll use a set state, something like this, okay? That will simply increase the sugar count by 1. So I'll click to this, and let's see how the thing will work. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's hot restart the app first, and we'll just move to this page. We'll click to this. Okay, so you can see that how the sugar count value has been simply been increasing when I'm clicking to this, right? Now I need to decrease down the sugar count value as well. So I just need to just do one thing. I need to wrap up this container with a gesture detector, and in the on tap method, I'm going to just write that sugar count value should be decreased by 1. So I need to write sugar count value should be decreased by 1, right? Something like this. And we'll use a set state. Now if you are thinking that this execution is correct, then you are wrong, because let me show you. When I click to this, you can see that the sugar count value is decreasing. But why I was telling that the execution is wrong? Because when I'll move to 1, now this is the minimum sugar that I need to add, right? Which will be at least 1. Now I click to this button back again, it will go to 0, -1, -2, -3. So like the user can't place an order for the -3 sugar, because -3 sugar doesn't make any sense. So I want that it should order, or it should place an order of at least 1 sugar. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pass like the sugar count value should be greater than 1, and if it is 1, then only I can decrease it by 1. Okay, so this is the thing. Now let me hot restart the app, and let me show you the execution, right? Now I'll click to this, you can see that it is okay. Now I'm going to reduce by 1, so here we'll move to 1. Now if you are thinking that if I click to this, the execution will not move to 0, then you are right. I'm trying to press to this, but the execution is not moving from 0, -1, -2, because we have just passed this if case that our sugar count value should be greater than 1. If it is greater than 1, then only we can decrease down the value by 1. I hope it's very clear. It's very easy to understand, and these are the small things that make our app really best. So once we do all these things, now I want that when I click to this button, I can simply open a Razorpay payment gateway, and once the user place an order, we can simply show that order in the user side and in the admin panel, right? So that an admin can also know that what juice that they need to prepare for that respective user, right? So what I'm going to do is that here in this function, like if the payment is successful, I'm going to just create a map. So I'm going to just create a map. I've explained you what a map is. I'm going to just write a string dynamic. I'm going to just write add order, okay, something like this. And once we do this, okay, so the thing is that I just need to remove this from here. I have just wrote in a wrong position. I need to paste it over here. Okay, so add user order. Now here I just need to first pass the I think so we can just pass that how much sugar that the user have entered over here. So I just need to pass like sugar count dot to string just to change the value to string. Then I need to just pass like a first fruit that they have selected from here. So the first fruit, so I just need to write fruit 1 and we need to just write a selected fruit 1. Okay, then I need for the second one as well. So for example they selected pineapple over here. I just need to write a fruit 2. I just need to write selected fruit 2, then a fruit 3, and we need to just pass like selected fruit 3. Okay, and we just need to allow the user to enter the amount, though the amount will be same each time, but I'll just allow the user to show the amount as well. So I just need to pass the amount up to $50 that they need to pay. Then I need to just add the notes as well. So as we need a text editing controller to handle the text over here, so we need to just write a text editing controller. Notes controller is equals to new text editing controller. So this is just a thing that we need to do. I have explained you why we are writing these things. Now here I just need to pass the controller to that respective text field so that we can get all the text that the user going to enter. So I just need to write controller. In the controller I'm going to just write a notes controller. Let's pass padding as well. We write dot only. From the left let's pass 20.0. Okay, so these are all the things that we have done. So once we enter the text over here, that's going to work, right? Now here, what's the problem? Okay, so we haven't passed anything, so I just need to write notes controller dot text. Okay, something like this. So once we do all these things, we have just passed the notes, the fruit 1, fruit 2. I think so that's enough. We just need to pass the username as well so that the user can know, all the admin can also know that who have placed that order, right? So I just need to first get a username. So I need to write username, and we need to get the username is equals to await shared preference helper dot get username. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to do, and we need to just pass the username as well. So I just need to write username controller dot text, not username. I need to write a username, right? So this is the thing that we have done. Why I'm facing this error? It says that we need to use this. Okay, yeah, so it's okay now. Now you can see that we have just passed the sugar 1, fruit 2, fruit 3, the amount, the notes, the username. I think so that's much enough. We'll see that if anything will need extra, we'll add that. No worries about that. So we'll move to the database dot file, and we need to simply show that order to that user side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that here we'll move to the Firebase, and in the Firebase I'll move to the users collection, his specific doc ID, and once we move to his specific doc ID, and in this doc ID I'm going to create a new collection name which will be like an orders collection, and in this orders collection I'm going to show all the orders that the user have placed, right? So that's very simple thing. So what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to just write a future, and in the future I'm going to just write add user order. Okay, something like this. I just need to first pass a map string dynamic, and we need to just pass like map name is like an add order, and we need to just, we don't need our ID, I think so. ID, we don't need this. So one thing I want to tell you that if you are passing any specific ID, then you need to use doc ID. Like here you can see that I need to pass a specific ID to Shivam Gupta. So I have just passed a doc ID. Like in the users collection, I told that the Firebase that I am passing the ID from my side. So it simply provide the, we are going to provide the ID, and then ID will be simply been attached for this user, right? Now if you don't want to provide an ID, then you need to use dot add method rather than a set method. You can see that if you are providing the ID, then you need to use a set method. If you are not providing an ID and you want that Firebase to use any type of ID from their side, then you need to use dot add method rather than a set method. I hope it's very clear, right? Now these are the small things. Now I just need to write return Firebase firestore dot instance dot collection, and in the collection, as I told you that we need to move to the users collection and his specific ID. I need to move to the users collection. Now here I need an ID because we need to move to the user specific collection. So I need to write doc ID, and in the ID I need to create a collection, and in this collection I'm going to create an orders collection, and in the orders collection I'm going to directly add that data or the map. So I'm going to just use a add method rather than a set method, right? So I'm going to just pass a map name which is like an add order. It's very easy, right? Now once we do all these things, now we'll move back to the juice page, and here I just need to write await database methods dot add user order, and we need to just write on a map name. It's like an add user order and the ID that we have already passed. Okay, so this is the thing that we can just add this order. Now as I've told you that this order will be simply shown in the admin side as well, so for that I'm going to create one more collection name which is like an admin order, so that the admin can get to know like what all order that have been placed and at whom they need to work, right? So here is one more thing, like for example, if that order has been delivered and we don't need to show that respective order in the admin side, because if that respective order has been delivered, that doesn't make any sense to show that in the admin panel, right? So to handle that case, I'll move back to the juice page, and in the juice page I'm going to just pass like delivered, and we'll just keep it false because it haven't been delivered, and we are going to just update this data, right? So this data we need to just update that, right? So I'll move back over here, and we just need to pass an add order. So that's a map name. We can just write add admin order, the map name. We'll remove this. We are going to just pass a collection name which will like an admin order. Okay, and we need to use directly an add method rather than a set method. Okay, and we need to just pass a map name which is like an add admin order. Okay, it's very easy, right? So once we do this, now here we'll move back to the juice page, and here I just need to write await database methods dot add admin order. In the admin order I'm going to just pass the same map, because all the things will be remain same, like how which data you want to show in the user side, the same data we can show in the admin side. The thing will remain same, but we don't need to show the username and all in the user side, so we need to show that in the admin side, right? So we are going to pass the same name map rather than writing the map each time, right? Now this is the thing. Now as I've told you that the main thing that we are going to add on this app, that once the user place an order for any type of juice that they're ordering, we are going to reward them with a points, right? So we need to also like add 100 points, or we can say that we can add like up to 20 points. I guess 20 will be much enough. Why we need to provide 100 points? So we are going to provide a 20 points to the user once they simply place an order, right? Now here what I'm going to do is that first I need to get the user point, and we need to keep on updating the points field that they have, right? So what I'm going to do is that here I'm going to just write a points, which is our string, right? So I need to first write a points. In the points I'm going to just write await. We need to get that we are usually save by using a shared preference, and we need to just use get user points. Okay, I hope it's very clear, right? Now what I'm going to do, as I've told you that we need to add a points each time, so I need to first write an integer, and in the integer I just need to update the point that the user have. I just need to pass updated points is equals to int.parse, as we need to first parse a value of an points that the user have, because it is in the form of string. We need to change that in the form of integer so that we can add a 20 points to that points that the user have. I hope it's very clear. I just need to pass points, and here I just need to first pass a null check. We'll just add a 20 points. Okay, it's very easy. Now we just need to update the value. So what I'm going to do is that I'll move to the database of the Dart file, and I'm going to copy this function, and we need to paste it over here, and we need to just pass like update points. We need to remove this map because we don't need a map. We need a user specific ID. So I just need to write string ID. We'll move to the users collection, and we need to update this points field, right? So I need to first move to this specific doc ID, then only I can update this point. Without moving to this specific ID, I can't get to know like which user points field I need to update, right? It's very clear. So I just need to first pass like doc ID, and in the ID I just need to pass dot update method. Okay, dot update method. I need to update the points field. Okay, so I need to just do this. I need to copy this points field. In the points field, wait a second. Yeah. So I need to get the updated points. So I need to write string, and we need to pass a points that we need to update, and we need to just pass a points. something like this. I hope it's very clear. You can see that all the things are very simple to understand over here, right? Now I just need to first pass a map name. It's like a database methods dot add, not add, sorry, update points. In the points I need to first pass the user ID. That's very important. I need to pass an updated points dot toString because it is in the form of integer, right? So this is the thing that we need to do. I think so we have done all the things that we need. So let's see how the thing is working. But once the order have been placed and user get to know that the order have been placed successfully, we need to show the toast message, right? I think so payment successful will be itself a snack bar. I think so we don't need that, right? So I just need to hot restart the app. If you are thinking that you can add a snack bar, it's up to your choice. Like, so I click to this add button. I think so I've just added a Razor Pay payment gateway just right now. And as I've told you that if you are adding a new package in your perspec.ml file, then make sure that you don't hot reload or hot restart the app, because hot reload and hot restart will not going to work. You just need to rerun the complete app from the starting, right? So I need to do the same process. If you have added the Razor Pay, then you can do that. As I've told you that the source code is totally free for all the members of this channel. In the Telegram group, we have already posted the complete code for this Juice app. If you are new, you can simply show some contribution by being a member, or if you don't want that, then you can show some contribution by getting a source code. So these are all the things that you can do. Okay, now let me rerun the complete app and we'll get back in few seconds. Yeah, I have done something like in the leaderboard page. You can see that I've just added 60 points in my account so that I can pay for the respective juice that I looking for, right? Now here in the juice page, you can see that this is the dialog box that we have created. I have shown you dialog box many times before, like how you can create this awesome dialog box like alert dialog box, and you can just allow the user to select according to their need. So I just need to select a fruit over here that I need to order, and I mean to add on that respective juice, not to order. So I need to first pass a note like a best juice. Okay, then I need to click on mix and pay. Now you can see that this is how the dialog box have been simply displayed over here, and it shows me the two choice, like you want to pay through the points or through the card, right? Now here is the thing, like we have 60 points in our account, right? Now to pay for like $50, we'll deduct a 50 points from the user's account, right? Because each point will equivalent to a $1, right? So once we like pay for a $50, so we are going to check that, right? So what I'm going to do is that first, once I click to this pay with points, I'm going to check that if we have the enough points in our balance or not. So there is not enough points has been available to simply place an order for this respective juice. I hope it's clear, right? Now to handle this case, what I'm going to do is that first I need to get how much points that we have. We already got that. So now I'm going to do one thing, like I need to check that the case. So I need to use an if else case. Okay, so I just need to pass like if points value. So I need to pass in dot parse value points should be greater than or equal to 50. Okay, once it is greater than or equal to 50, then we are going to allow the user to pay through the points, right? So now once they simply place an order for this respective juice, we are going to deduct that points from their account, and we need to show that the order have been placed successfully, right? So what I'm going to do is that rather than writing all the thing again and again, I'm going to just copy this complete thing that we have written, and we need to just paste it something over here, not over here, over here. Yeah, so in the if case, and we just need to first pass an async. Sorry, I need to write async. Yeah, now here you can see that this is the map that we have created, and we need to just update the points. We don't need to update the points because we are going to only award them a point once they pay through the payment gateway, right? So I'm going to remove this points thing. Rather than this, I'm going to do one thing. We are going to deduct that how much points, like 50 points, from what they have in their account, right? And we need to just pass the update points. I think so these are all the things are okay. Now we just need to pass navigator.pop context navigator dot pop context, so that the user can know that they have paid successfully. And then I need to show the toast message as well. So let's move to the sign up page. In the sign up page, I'm going to copy this green light. So we'll copy this. We need to move back to the juice page, and here over here we need to paste this, and I have passed this navigator function, so we can remove this first. And we need to just pass like order placed successfully, order placed successfully. Okay, so this is the thing. Now if the points is less than 50, then we need to display the another thing which is like on red color. So we just need to change the color to red. You don't have enough points. Let's write in capital. Yeah, so this is the thing that we can do. Now let's test this, how the thing is working. So I need to hot restart the app, and you can see that currently I have a 60 points in my account, so I can simply place an order for one juice. So let's see whether we can do or not. So we'll just select this will increase the sugar, best juice. We'll click to this, and I'm going to pay through the points. Okay, so order has been placed successfully, and might be there only 10 points have been left over there. So let's see what all things have been updated in our leaderboard page, right? So I'll click to this, and you can see that 10 points have been simply shown over here, right? Now there is one thing, like once the user redeem the points, then we don't need to show that in a leaderboard, right? And it also going to decrease over here, and it going to move to the second position, or the position that we need to show, right? So all the things have been working brilliantly, and you can see that the user can simply place an order for the respective juice through the points as well, right? Now here you can see that you will see that show 1 2 3, then the fourth one will be like 4. Why it has been shown third over here? So that's a correct thing. Now the thing is that, as I've told you, that the index value starts from 0. So but we are going to display our first document as a number 1. So we need to just increase the index value each time by 1 to be displayed over here. So I need to use this bracket as well, and we need to just write index plus 1. Okay, now you can see that it has been shown something like this, but I need to just use a dollar sign. So don't use a curly braces, because if you use a curly braces, it's going to show over here. You can just keep it simple, and if you want to show a dot, you can also do that, something like this. Okay, so this is a fourth position that has been simply shown over here. So our leaderboard page is done, our order page is done. We have just managed all the things for our juice page, from where the user can simply place an order through the points or pay through the payment gateway, which is like a resort pay, right? Now once we have covered most of the things, but our thing is still left, which is like an admin panel, from where the admin going to manage all the orders, and they can mark that once it has been delivered, right?